Hello, welcome everybody into my channel. DizneyDan is in the house on a Wednesday, which is kind of weird. It's good to be here. Thank you so much for coming in back into the channel. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. We're gonna have some just awesome general hangouts today. On your afternoon, coming home from work, evening, whatever it is, we're gonna have a lot of fun today with loads of special guests. And if you want to jump in, feel free to let me know and maybe we can jump you into the stream. Obviously, I would prefer if you're one of my moderators or if you've been on Disney Fiasco before, that would be great. But firstly, let's just check who's in the channel before we get to some of our guests who are here already. We've got Mickey Sightings here. Welcome into the stream. Bill's Odds and Ends is here. Welcome in. Jambo Nick from Magical News Live. Go check out Nick's channel. Nick does an awesome stream, and he's going down to Disney really soon. I can't wait to hang out with that guy. He's really awesome. RV into Disney Circus Girl, Sam Media, some guy called Adamsland, Greg's Disney Adventures, Mike from Our Theme Life, Samantha Lois here, Disney Nerd Herders are here, RobFuz, Menu Rager, Timothy Rainwaters. Wow, I think I've got everybody already. But yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of fun today. I think I said Disney Circus Girl. Welcome into the stream. First and foremost, Steve, thank you so much for joining. I know this is you're like streaming king right now. You're like everywhere. So it's gonna be fun hanging out with you today, and I'm looking forward to your stream later. So if you just want to plug a channel, what's going on, everyone knows who you are. But
yeah, no, I'm honored that you asked me to come on, Dan. With yeah, everybody knows me, I think, so that's good enough.
Yeah. So what's happening later?
We have a little thing we call Dis and That, starting at 9:30 on Wednesday nights. It rotates between four of us: myself, the Shep family, Zippity Doodad, and Brandy and Dave. And we tonight's going to be all about Toy Story, and it's going to be. We got a few things planned. We got a little challenge from Cargo that we're going to do that we're not telling anybody about. I know you know what it is because you got challenged too. So,
I know what it is.
So we will be doing that later. It's going to be fun.
Awesome. Big hello to my buddy R. Johns. Welcome in, bud. Good to see you. Jack Jones is here and Main Street Insider. All great people. Great to see everybody here. And a man who has literally crawled out of the mud to get here, and literally because he's just been at a festival all week and he saw Metallica yesterday. He's been, I'm not surprised. I don't know how you're still alive, dude. It's Adam from Adamsland. Great to see you, bud.
Hey everyone. I'm back.
You alive?
I'll answer that at the end of the stream. I'm not sure I feel alive right now. I'm honestly beat into the ground. Clearly, I'm not as young as I once was, and rock and roll takes out of you a bit harder as you get older. And I feel like Ozzy Osbourne right now. You know, when the way he used to just kind of bumble about on the Osbournes, go, that's kind of exactly how I feel right now. So
if you guys didn't know, Download is one of the biggest heavy metal festivals here in the UK, probably in the world actually.
Yeah,
and Adam was there for 3-4 days.
Just 5 nights.
5 nights.
5 nights. So I
don't know how you do it. Jim from More Sunshine, please. Welcome into stream. Jim, you need to send some sunshine here because it's been raining like crazy here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see you're still here, Adam, and great to have you here, Steve, as well. We got some great people coming on as well. If you do want to jump in, that I know you, and if you're a moderator, you've been part of the channel for a long time, please let me know on Twitter or just let me know, and we'll try and get you in as well. So first and foremost, tomorrow, I'm going to just screenshot a little something. And I want you to try and guess what is happening tomorrow. If you guys can see, nope, that is the wrong one. That is my logo, my new logo. So if you like that, that is my new logo, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's not my new logo. This is my waiting for Fast Pass Day.
I was going to say that's your new logo.
Yeah, I chose the wrong. I nearly chose the wrong thing.
I'm going to say you look pretty, Dan.
I know, I look amazing, don't I, guys? Guys, this is my new design on my Spreadshirt store.
Nice.
Because tomorrow is Fast Pass Day. Yeah. So tomorrow is Fast Pass Day. We're going to be doing all my Fast Passes tomorrow. I may stream it, may not. I may just vlog it. I don't know. But I will be doing my Fast Passes tomorrow. If you like that design, all the designs are in the description box over on my Spreadshirt store. Tom Does Disney. Now, this guy literally just crossed 1,000 subscribers. Tom Does Disney is a great channel. Tom's channel is pretty much just long premieres of his vlogs at Disney World. And I just love it because I can sit down for like 30, 40 minutes and just watch Tom's vlogs. We get on so well. We love our food. I can't wait to hang out with you, buddy. It's going to be awesome. So congratulations to Tom Does Disney, a channel which I think everybody should go subscribe to. Arvin to Disney, welcome. Mike Wheeler, welcome into stream. Amanda K, welcome in. Patrick from Zippity Doodad, dude. I sent you. I think you're in the group. So if you want to jump in, buddy, feel free to. You have the link. So I know you're going live at 9:30, but we're going to be here way before then. So Patrick, if you want, come in, buddy. We'd love to talk to you guys. But yeah, tomorrow is Fast Pass Day for me. I'm super excited. At midday tomorrow, we're going to be picking some Fast Passes. It's going to be exciting. So I thought we would start off with Fast Passes. And like we kind of picked this up last week, but I want to go around all the parks and just discuss like which attractions would you skip getting a Fast Pass and which ones you like must do. Maybe we'll do like land by land. I think that would make the most sense. So let's start off with Main Street USA. So let's go on to Tomorrowland.
I was trying to figure out what I missed.
I was like, wow, how tired am I? I can't think of anything.
Yeah, so if you hadn't guessed, there's no attractions on Main Street USA. So I thought let's go to Tomorrowland. I thought I'd throw a little bit of a dry joke in there. So Steve, which attractions do you fast pass? Which ones don't you fast pass? And obviously there are ones which you can't fast pass. But which one do you mainly go for?
Well, if we're staying in Tomorrowland, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we're staying in Tomorrowland, realistically, Space Mountain is. You can do Space Mountain, right?
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm pulling it up right now. Okay, yeah, there it is. So Space Mountain is a must do. Realistically, I got to be honest with you. Tomorrowland right now, historically, has been my least favorite land in the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Just because of the lack of, the Stitch ride came and went and everything else. And I'm not yet a fan of Carousel of Progress or TTA. We're going to change all that. But
every time you say that, I just get.
I know. We're going to change it. We're going to change it. So, but, I've never been on the Tomorrowland Speedway. It just hasn't looked that appealing. I'm going to ride it in August as well. But so realistically, the only thing I even really care to ride is Space Mountain.
What about Buzz?
I prefer the one at Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
So I don't even bother with that either.
You don't. So it's literally just
Space Mountain.
Not even Astro Orbiter gets your blood pumping.
I do Astro Orbiter during the after hours or Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party because there's no wait for it. And and then when you get up there, and if you do it at the right time, we did it during the fireworks. And we were up there on top of it while the fireworks were going off. So
that's cool.
That worked out pretty good. But that's not bad. But now, realistically, the only one I'm going to make sure I ride is Space Mountain.
Yeah, of course. And I'm assuming, Adam, it's the same for you.
Yeah, you're dead to me, Steve. Tomorrowland's my favorite land. All of the attractions there are great. Now, obviously Space Mountain is the one that I would fast pass. Out of Tomorrowland. TTA is pretty much a walk on. Buzz can be hit or miss. You can either walk straight in or you can queue for a little while.
Yeah.
Astro's not that big a queue. Same with the Speedway as well. You can either walk right on or you can have a ridiculous queue. If it's ridiculous queue, it's not worth the queue, but I'm not going to waste a fast pass on that either. Yeah, and then Carousel of Progress as well. I don't think the line's ever that particular.
It's never long for
Carousel of Progress.
It's not like a flight of passage line, is it?
No, exactly. So Tomorrowland, the only attraction I would consider fast pass in, And I do it like usually if I'm going to the Magic Kingdom, it's going to be Space Mountain. So.
Of course. Now, speaking of Magic Kingdom and Splash Mountain, which we'll get to in a minute, a guy whose channel is based around Zippity Doodah.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
From Zippity Doodad. Welcome into stream, buddy.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right, buddy.
Cool. I got like 10 minutes. I'm getting ready for PJ's Little League game we're going to, but I figured I'd jump in for a couple of quick fast passes.
Nice.
Go, PJ. He's gonna smash it. It's baseball, right?
Baseball, yeah.
He's gonna smash it out the park. Get it? I'm terrible. I'm so bad. Right. Because you're only here for 10 minutes, I want to know your top fast passes that you have to get in each park.
In each park.
Yep.
All right.
You can limit it. So imagine because obviously you have to have 3 a day. So maybe like the 3 that you must have at each park.
Well, if we're at Magic Kingdom, we're definitely doing Space Mountain because that's PJ's favorite.
Yep.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train if we can. I mean, that one's pretty impossible unless you're getting it 60 days out. Yep. And Splash. I'm going with Splash.
So it's 2 mountains and 7 dwarfs. I think like that's like they're almost like they're guaranteed you're going to have to get for fast passes because I feel like out of the 3 mountains, Big Thunder Mountain's always got the lower weight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Because it's a faster ride. And whereas like Splash Mountain, it's quite a long ride, and Space Mountain, you're only fitting 6 people per like line. Yeah. So that's slow as well, even though it's quite a quick ride in general. The loading is quite long. So Big Thunder will have lower weights anyway. So yeah, so I could see the 7 Dwarfs for sure. Space and Splash. I love it. Right. Epcot,
Test Track.
Yep.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. Soarin', and I'm gonna leave out Frozen and say
He's leaving us in anticipation.
He's leading us.
He's leading us. So it's Test Track, Soarin', and
oh, no.
Frozen.
That was ironic. He said he's going to leave out Frozen, and yet he's frozen.
Nice.
oh gosh, my man RobFuz is here. He just came in at the right time. What's up, pal? Good to see you. He's my Uber driver this week. All right, it's all going crazy now. So we've got RobFuz here. Patrick, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right.
There we go. So you said Soarin', Test Track, and
Space Mountain. No, Mission Space.
Mission Space. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Frozen. I like it, but I rather go on Mission Space.
See, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a big Mission Space fan.
I love Mission Space.
I
love it. I'm a bit of a wuss. I don't like the spinning. I don't like spinning rides. So I could do green. Green's fine, but orange, I'm just like, get me off this thing.
Actually, I've never done orange, so I only have green to compare.
Oh, so. I love the orange. Me and Ebony both love the orange. Actually, it's
orange for me is like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in like a sarcophagus, and it's like rumbling and going around in circles. And I'm just like, get me off this thing. And like normally, I'm quite good with rides. But like that is just too much for me. The orange one is too much. Speaking of which, we have Mel from Once Upon Adventure. Welcome into the stream, my friend. Guys, you haven't checked out Once Upon Adventure. Mel has a really great channel. I can't wait to see her in August. We're gonna have some lobster bisque and eat loads in the France Pavilion, or France, as Americans say. Don't get my American accent started already. Okay, so Mission Space, Soarin', and Test Track.
Yeah.
I remember when Test Track was a 20-minute wait. Oh, those days are gone.
Yeah.
Those days are far gone. Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios, Tower of Terror, hands down.
Yep.
Ironically, Frozen. We get one
Okay.
for Frozen all the time.
Okay.
And Rise of the Resistance. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. You can't choose that,
That'd be
yeah.
And Rock and Roller Coaster.
And Rock and Roller Coaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've never done the Frozen sing along.
Oh my god!
But I
we
did
love
say,
it.
who did I say? It was, I think it was Walt. I said to him, if I get to like 1,500 subscribers, I will literally stand up in front of the whole like theater and sing "Let It Go" in front of everybody.
Nice. I want to see
Oh.
that.
So if you get me to 1,500 subs, I'll do that.
That's nice to know.
Nice.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. And coming to you from my Uber driver, RobFuz is here, my partner channel. Great
Where
to
you
see you.
going? Where you going? Uber? No, I'm just kidding.
Going to the opening of Galaxy Edge, buddy. Can you take me there? We'll go. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, let's go. Very, very quickly. Next week is a big week. It's back. It's the sequel. It's Shark Week. Now, guys,
Yes.
last year we had an amazing time on Shark Week. So much fun. It's like one of my favorite weeks on YouTube, I think, ever, where we just literally talked about shark movies and everything sharks. So Rob is hosting next week, complete Shark Week, and one stream next week. I can't tell you which day. Maybe it'll be this time next week. I'm going to be doing a show on the top Disney sharks.
Hardest Shark Week. I love it.
It's the hardest challenge ever because I don't know how many sharks there are in a Disney movie, but that's what I'm going to do next week. In honor of Shark Week, next week. You can't miss it. I'm going to do my top Disney sharks. I think I can name 2 off the top of my head, but no spoilers.
It's going to be a real short stream.
It's going to be a really short stream. AJC Magic TV, welcome into the stream. So yeah, guys, go check out my partner channel, RobFuz, from his Uber car. Perfectly Cat, welcome into the stream. So I know, Patrick, you have to go soon, but I want to get your Animal Kingdom fast passes.
All right, Animal Kingdom. Obviously, we're doing flight right off the bat.
Yes.
Unless we were trying to rope drop it, we've done that once before. But typically flight, obviously. Mount Everest. I love Mount Everest, and sometimes I was gonna put the River Rapids up there, but I'm gonna do the Lion King show. We like getting up front and going to that, so we usually try to grab a fast pass for that.
Nice. Look, everybody knows that how much I love Festival of the Lion King. It like always makes me cry at the end of the show because it's just so emotional. But those are some really great picks. You know, there's one thing that you forgot though.
Safari.
No. It's you get this at every single park. It's the one thing. It's the one fast pass that you get at every single park. And I expect Adam, Rob, and Steve to have this on your list. Mobile ordering.
Nice.
Hey, it's a fast pass. You get to cut the line and you get food. Like it's
only a matter of time before you brought that up.
I know. How long did it take you? 20 minutes to talk about food? Oh, goodness me. Yeah, those are some really awesome picks, Patrick.
Thank you.
We're going to obviously touch on those because a lot of these will be on all of our lists anyway. But so you went for Festival of the Lion King, Expedition Everest, and Flight of Passage. Now, let's just jump in. Flight of Passage, everybody. This is a must fast pass, but I want to ask everybody with Tron Legacy coming, the Tron Coaster coming. I think Rob is jumping off. So with Tron Coaster coming, Rise of the Resistance coming, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run coming, Ratatouille coming. What else is coming? The Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway web thingy coming.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy attraction coming. Will we see a drop in wait time for Flight of Passage?
Yes. Although
I say not much.
Yeah, maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say it won't be much because these other attractions aren't coming to Animal Kingdom. They're coming to all the other parks. But so yes, you will get a lot of footfall visiting the new things at the other parks, but you'll still get busy days at Animal Kingdom, and Flight of Passage will still be crazy.
Yeah. Anybody else to agree with that, or do you think it'll go down more
Well,
than we might think?
when new stuff comes out, obviously everybody flocks to it. But at the same time, once some people flock to those things, maybe the Galaxy's Edge stuff might have a shot, but the rest of it, I don't think. The rest of it's going to be a try and done, and Flight of Passage is going to still remain better than those other attractions. So
Yep.
maybe initially for the first maybe month or two, you might see a little drop, but Flight of Passage will be back up after those other ones open.
Because let's be honest,
Yeah.
like we know how good Flight of Passage is one of the, in my opinion, look, I've been to loads of parks, not just in the UK, but all over America. It is the best attraction I have ever been on in my life.
Yep, same.
So we know when something like Mickey's Runaway Railway thingy comes to Disney's Hollywood Studios, you know, will it?
Did you say thingy?
Thingy.
I don't know.
Thingy.
Hashtag thingy.
I think as well, you just like to put it into context, you just need to look at how crazily popular the queue is still for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which opened back in what, 2013, 2014?
2013, yeah.
Yeah, and it's still mental now. Like obviously Flight of Passage only been open a couple of years and it's still so even with the other stuff, obviously since Seven Dwarfs you've had Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios, you've had Pandora at Animal Kingdom, it's still not detracted from Seven Dwarfs at Magic Kingdom. So I think
That's true.
I think Pandora will still, exactly what we just said a second ago, there'll be maybe a drop for a month or so, but it's still going to be just as popular as ever.
That is true. D Hazel, welcome into the stream. Great to see you. And Charlie from Disney Nerd Herders, great channel. Go subscribe to them. Great, awesome family who are, I think, could go to Disney in like a couple of days. Asks, can you film Flight of Passage now? Yeah, or nay? I think you meant to say yay or nay. You're not allowed to, but I've seen people do it.
So there are two ways that I know that you can sneak a camera on.
Yeah.
But one of the ways,
compartments behind you. If you have like a tripod or a camera, you can set it up to where it's not going to look like it's recording, but you can record it anyway.
The other way is to strap a GoPro to your chest, which is what I'm going to try to do in August, and then unzip the jacket when you start. PJ,
what up, buddy?
Hi.
Dude, good luck with your game today.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna win it. Hit it out the park, dude.
Say I will.
Yeah.
He got a haircut. He wanted to show DizneyDan his haircut.
Yo, that's
nice.
That's a slick haircut, bro. I'm gonna get a matching one, dude. I'm gonna get rid of all of this.
That's how I used to cut my hair too.
That's awesome, bud.
All right,
That's
guys.
awesome.
We'll see you later on tonight on This and That, hopefully.
Yep, This and That at 9:30 Eastern with Patrick, Steve, Dave, or David as I call him, and Ryan from the Chat family. So go check out, and also guys, go check out Zippity Doodad channel, Power channel, awesome channel, great content, just really awesome edited videos. Go check them out, and I can't wait to see you, buddy, in August.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys. We'll see you later on. Thanks for having me on again.
No worries, pal.
Good luck to
All
PJ.
right.
Good luck,
thanks,
PJ.
guys.
Go,
Have a good
PJ.
one.
Take care. Take care, pal.
Take care.
Jim says, PJ, get me a fast pass.
PJ, get me a fast pass. So we talked about Flight of Passage. We saw Patrick's list. Let's go to Adam. What are your must-get fast passes?
Are we doing it? Am I doing it the same?
Yep.
Am I doing
So
it the
Magic,
same?
Epcot.
So
We'll stop in between and we'll discuss.
yeah, okay. So not too dissimilar to Patrick's, but for me, for Magic Kingdom, it would be all three mountains.
Nice.
Simple as that.
Very
So,
simple.
The three mountains, nice and simple. I know Big Thunder can, again, it's one of those rides that you can walk straight on, or you can, and the same with Space, to be fair. You can either walk straight on or you can queue forever. But I think I would just sooner kind of, I'm not massively into Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Like, I'll ride it, I'll enjoy it, but it's over far too quick. It's obviously a roller coaster designed for the younger kids in mind. And that's great. When Ebony was 5 years old, now she's going to be 10 in August. So, yeah, she would prefer more of a thrill ride. She much prefers Big Thunder. I much prefer Big Thunder. So yeah, all three mountains without a shadow of a doubt.
You know, it's a great point, because I don't know, Steve, I want to get your opinion on this as well. With Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, I have never, and look, I go to Disney. I try and get to Disney at least once a year, and I've been there every year since Seven Dwarfs has been out.
Yeah.
And there has not been one time where I've gone through the standby queue. I've always fast passed for it, because I just don't think it's worth the standby queue. For me, it's a great attraction. I think it's an amazing piece of Imagineering. I think it's a great smooth roller coaster. I think it's nice. It's cute. But for me, coming off that attraction, I feel like I couldn't wait more than 30, 40 minutes for it.
See, luckily for me, I've standbyed it both times, and both times it's only been 30, 40 minutes. So yeah. So I mean, it is a long wait for a ride that lasts about 32 seconds.
Sure.
A bit longer than that. It feels like that. You know, it is a long time to wait. But I just, having ridden it a couple of times already, it wouldn't ruin my day to go to Magic Kingdom and not ride it.
Yeah.
Whereas if I went to Magic Kingdom, there's certain rides I have to do at Magic Kingdom as a necessity when I go. You know, I wouldn't feel like my day's complete if I hadn't ridden it.
Sure.
And those would be TTA, Buzz, and Space Mountain in Tomorrowland. Let's have a look. Splash, Big Thunder, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean. As long as I cover all those in my day, I'm happy that I've ridden everything I really want to ride, and then any other rides on top of that are a bonus. So yeah, I guess, you know, and there are other attractions I like to do, don't get me wrong, but those are my must-dos for Magic Kingdom. So
nice.
So,
I just want to say hello to people in the chat. Todd, welcome into stream. Todd, great to see you. Manu Rager says, with motion sickness, can you ride Flight of Passage? And you know what?
That's a good question.
I don't get motion sickness much. I actually do feel it on something more like Star Tours, where it's quite rough.
Yeah.
But, you know, Flight of Passage is a lot like Soarin', where it's very smooth. Like, you don't really feel it. Yes, there's a big screen, but, you know, you don't feel like the drop in your tummy. You don't feel like lightheaded when you ride it.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on it. I'll get your guys' opinion in just a second. Disney Circus Girl, we're just talking about Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Duke Family Chronicles, welcome into the stream. Last Saturday, all the mountains were down. Steve, what do you think, firstly, on motion sickness with Flight of Passage, and then your opinion on Seven Dwarfs?
Yeah, I have zero motion sickness on either one of the two rides. So Flight of Passage is just is an incredible ride. The only one I ever get off feeling not even necessarily queasy, but just a little uneasy, and which is very slight, is also Star Tours, where it's jarring you back and forth, and just it's kind of like it just rattles your brain a little bit, and you gotta
kind of like when they do Lightspeed, where you go like, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the only time I ever feel uncomfortable. But I tried a fast pass Flight of Passage as well as rope drop it, just so I can do it twice. I think it's that good. And every day I go to Animal Kingdom, I get a fast pass for Flight of Passage. So I'm going to do it several times.
Put it this way, it's not just a must-do attraction. I feel like if you don't do this attraction, you're seriously missing out, because this is the next generation of just in terms of attractions, theme park rides in general, not just Disney attractions, but attractions and rides in the whole of, you know, the world pretty much. It is next level technology. And if you miss it, it's, you know, you'd feel so good after you've ridden it. It's amazing. Jack Twaddle, welcome into the stream. Zoe from Wishing Mouse, great to see you. Zoe is in Walt Disney World right now. Great to see you, my friends. Hope you're having a great trip out there too. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Steve?
So I do fast pass Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Generally speaking, when we go, the only things that have ever had longer lines, Peter Pan Flight and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and a couple of the mountains. So we I would personally rather ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train than Peter Pan.
Okay.
And so I fast pass it because I agree with you. That queue line is not as good. It's all right, but it's not as good as some of the other ones, and it's not as immersive. And you can get bored easy. But so I'm going to fast pass that one as well for mine.
Okay, so you got Seven Dwarfs. You have which three have you chosen?
Oh, for I did Space Mountain, Seven Dwarfs, and I either do it depending on the day. Usually, what I do, since there's no tiers in Magic Kingdom, we usually pick 3 rides one time and 3 rides another.
Yeah,
but if I only had to pick 3, it would be Space Mountain, Snow White and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and then probably Splash Mountain.
Nice.
Because Big Thunder doesn't ever seem to be as long of a wait for me, either as Pirates or Peter Pan. Sometimes we won't do Splash and we will do Peter Pan instead, and because just depending on the wait time, we look at the wait time before we get there.
Mickey Saito says, I live in Florida, but the weather in Orlando has been horrific lately. Really high winds and severe lightning. Guys struck by lightning last week riding on I-95.
Wow.
Several ride shows have been down. I've seen like loads of live streamers going live from Disney lately, and it's just been thundering out. It's been crazy. And I used to live in Florida as well. I used to work there, and I was working there this time 3 years ago, where you used to thunderstorm like every single day. So I get that. It's crazy. My 3 picks for Magic Kingdom, I think I'd have to pick Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, and actually I put Peter Pan's Flight down because for me it's like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I don't think I would ever wait in line for Peter Pan's Flight. I'd always get the fast pass for it, and I just love that attraction so much, especially as it's a 2-minute ride. Imagine waiting 90 minutes in the I think one of the most amazing lines anyway. The queue is amazing, but to be in a line for 90 minutes and then be like, oh, this is done, it's a 2-minute ride, I think people will be quite disappointed. So that's why I always fast pass it. Before we move on, so you've had those 3 fast passes. What's your next one?
At Magic.
Mountains excluded.
At Magic.
At Magic, imagine there's no like imagine every ride there's some sort of queue. Okay.
Oh, are we going
You've had the 3 that you just had. What's your next fast pass?
The next one attraction or next 3?
Next one.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Nice. Classic. Amazing. I love the new stuff they've added to it.
Yeah.
RobFuz, he's doing me some grocery shopping. What's up, pal?
Just checking in.
He's getting
He's just checking in. Right, Rob, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, so you've had 3 fast passes at Magic Kingdom, and they're all mountains. Now you have another fast pass. Where do you go next?
Probably the 7D, I would think. Does that count?
Which one? Seven Dwarfs?
Yeah. Or Haunted or Pirates, of course. So.
Haunted Mansion. I think people are going towards more classic attractions.
Yeah.
Steve, where would you go?
I typically have not had problems getting on Haunted Mansion or the Pirates. So what we would do next would be Jungle Cruise. It seems to have a longer wait time. I try to pick the ones that have the longer wait time at the times we go.
You know what? It's kind of weird. Like in the last maybe 4 years that I've gone to Disney, that's including my cast member like stay, I've only been on the Jungle Cruise twice in the last 4 years.
Wow.
I just hadn't been on it for I didn't go on it at all last year.
I'm not a huge fan of it myself.
It's like
I rediscovered a love for it. Like I didn't ride it for such a long time.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like the attraction.
Yeah.
But there's always other fast passes I'd rather get instead of it. I love the fact that Rob is jumping in and out while he's like shopping and stuff.
Rob bought eggs. I don't know if anybody else saw it, but Rob bought eggs.
Making me for me, it would be Haunted Mansion. It's my favorite attraction in the whole of Walt Disney World in general. And also I just love just getting as many fast passes for it as possible. So yeah, that would be my pick. Right, Epcot. Epicot Center.
Epicot.
Right, look, let's not beat it around the bush. Test track.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, without a
Yeah.
shadow.
Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soren.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without a shadow, without soaring.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe. Right. Okay. Now, so those two are on our list. Now, I'm curious. Do you do Frozen,
No.
Spaceship Earth, or something else?
Bring back Maelstrom.
God, they're not bringing back Maelstrom, Adam. Get over it. It's gone. Okay.
It's no Frozen. Frozen, I would ride again. Don't get me wrong. I much prefer Maelstrom, but I would ride Frozen again. I didn't think it was worth the long queue. So if the queue was absolutely crazy, then I'd maybe, I'd maybe weigh up getting a fast pass for Frozen.
Yeah, it's worth it. Though.
But if
That's a
the
big but.
if the queue was the same level of crazy, the same wait time for Mission Space, I much prefer that attraction. So I'm going to get on that quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we got to say a big hello, a double hello to Ryan from the Shep family. Great to see you, pal. And who have you brought with you?
What is going on, guys?
Oh, I can't hear you very well, buddy.
Turn yourself up, Bob.
Yeah.
Turn yourself up.
Is that Delaney on your lap?
It is.
Hey, Delaney. Can't hear you too well, bud.
Still not better.
No,
Not
it's
at
still
all.
very quiet.
All right, let me see here.
So we've got. Let's just
Big
while
buttons.
Pep is dealing with the sound technical difficulties. Dana Jaworski is here. Welcome in, Dana.
Hey, Donna. And Stacey.
Supermod is here, and Stacey Rogers is here. Welcome in, two awesome members of our community. Thank you so much for stopping by on your Wednesday. It's Wednesday, gosh. So well, Wednesday afternoon / evening. Right, are we
Is this any better?
no, it's not better. What's going on?
What is going on here?
I think we'll have to do test 1 2, test 1 2 3 4. Can you hear us okay?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
it's
oh,
getting,
it's getting
louder.
better.
That's a little bit louder.
getting louder.
Maybe
Bring
you
the
just need to talk louder.
Yeah.
scream and shout and let it all out. These are the no, I'm not gonna carry on singing. Test 1 2.
Any better? Any better?
There we
Yeah.
go.
Shep, what's up, Shep?
Rob comes in.
Rob's
Hey
back.
man, you need anything from the supermarket? I'm over there. So.
Rob in the car.
Rob in the car. Rob the Uber. Uber.
Love it.
So, as Ryan has just joined us, guys, please go check out the Shep family, a great power channel also of mine. Also going to be on This and That tonight. Going to be really awesome. All of that will be on Steve's channel tonight, so it's going to be a great time. Courtney Rainwater's welcome into the stream. So, Ryan, what are your top? Actually, I'm going to pretty much guess that the Mountains are probably going to be your top 3 fast passes.
Pretty much.
Okay,
Pretty much.
so you have an additional fast pass after you've run Splash, Thunder, and Space. What's the next attraction you go for?
I'm doing I have not done Flight of Passage yet. Don't judge. Don't judge. But that would be it right there.
My friend,
I know it's brutal.
you
I didn't know you
are,
could pick another park.
we
You
were
didn't follow the rules.
sticking to Magic Kingdom, but I'm glad this is out the hat now, so we can discuss it.
I thought they put it over there just recently. They just took the whole attraction.
Yeah, you know where the Tron coaster is, and it's just the big Tron coaster right there. That's not it, actually.
I thought they were moving it over there.
Actual, yeah, it's called Flights of Passage.
I just need
I'll stick to the rules.
So, Flight. You never done Flight of Passage.
I'll stick to the rules.
Oh, my heart is burning. Jill from Bell Southern, welcome into the stream, my friend. Awesome channel. Go check out Bell Southern on YouTube as well. Okay, let's be honest. In August, I'm going to arrange like a massive, like, you know what? Actually, I'm going to come find you and I'm going to give you one of those first visit badges. I'm going to change it first time with Flight of Passage, and I'm going to be there. We're all going to be there to capture your facial expression, or in your case, it's going to be just a mouth drop of once you
Shep,
come off.
what size shoes do you have, Shep?
That's weird. I don't know, 11 and a half.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm within the tolerance.
I couldn't fit on Flight of Passage, which sucked. I couldn't get to go on that. So,
yeah, we'll be hashtag Shep FOP.
Right, everyone start tweeting that out. So, dude, this is gonna be one hell of an experience, my friend.
I can't wait. I was gonna try to do it this past trip, but it's like you're there and you're going home, so it's crazy.
Well, in August, it's going to happen, my friend. So, Magic Kingdom, what is your go-to attraction after you've written the mountains?
All right, so sticking with the rules, I'm gonna go with. Ooh, this is a tough one.
Shep, are you in the garage or something? Where are you?
No, I'm actually in my bootleg office.
Nice.
I got to do Pirates. I mean,
Nice.
It's a home run every time for me. So
nice. Patrick says, "Kids, go play catch while I talk to DizneyDan." Yo, PJ, let's throw some baseballs and play catch.
Let's throw some baseballs.
Let's throw some baseballs.
How English did you sound then?
Let's throw some cricket balls. That'll be. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just give him a tennis ball and
that's the cricket
ball.
ball.
On a wall.
Cricket balls are like rock hard. They break your hands. Okay, maybe not throw a cricket ball. We'll throw a tennis ball. Cool. So Adam chose Mission Space over at Epcot because we all put down Soarin' and Test Track. Steve, where are you gonna go?
Well, the problem is again, Mission Space, or I'm sorry, Soarin' and Test Track are both tier 1s. You can only do one of them, and there's only 8 second tier attractions. So you got to pick 2 of those 8. 25% of the other rides you're going to be on, and so there's not really that much of a choice because we're going to Epcot twice at minimum. So one day we're picking Soarin', one day we're picking Test Track. Outside of that, it's just really, it's honestly kind of weak. There's no reason to get one for Spaceship Earth for when we go. What we've been actually using it for is the meet and greet for the characters.
Absolutely, that is killer right there.
The rest of them don't have a line. And then what we try to do is we try to use the first 3 up real fast, and then try to nail one down for illuminations.
I'm almost on board with that because you wouldn't want to get a fast pass for Journey into Imagination.
No, it's a walk-on usually. I mean, literally, there's nobody in line. So,
Yeah,
dude, I'm not even kidding you. I've used my fast. For some reason, I always get a fast pass for Journey into Imagination. There was one time that I'm not even kidding you. It was a 20-minute wait.
What?
wow.
I mean, how sad am I? I just went mind blowing about Journey into Imagination being 20
I don't believe
minutes.
you. I don't believe it. Nope.
I could believe that if it was the old Journey. I could believe that if it was the old Journey with the Dreamfinder, but
it was raining, so people were like, "Oh, where do we go? Where do we go? Hey, look at the Diamond One building. That looks like a pyramid." They all ran there, and I was like, "Hey, I have a fast pass, and I'm gonna go ride Journey into Imagination and just, be immersed by the weirdness." Stacy Rogers says to Steve, since I got here late, I was wondering, is DizneyDan on board with the Beverly Challenge in August? I'm sure he can break the record of 57.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
let me tell you something. I was talking about this with Rob yesterday. If you guys saw that video of that guy doing 50-something Beverly shots, it is the most fakest thing I have ever seen in my life.
I don't know.
It's like he cropped the same image 30 times. He just changed it slightly. He just cropped it differently. Like seriously.
contacted the guy. I want to interview him, so I'll get to the bottom of it.
Rob, you can interview him, my friend, but listen.
He lives 20 minutes from my house. I'm going to go interview him.
To be fair, to be fair, one of the other ones replied back on Twitter that he has the full video.
Yeah.
Well,
we need to see the full video.
Well, I will publicly apologize to him if he can prove me wrong. But let me tell you, after 10 Beverly shots, me and Corey felt terrible.
Well, like I said, let's just break that in August and put it all to rest with an official live stream that there's no doubt about. So,
yeah. Well, we'll need somebody to prepare a 911 just in case.
Yes, of course.
But or they'll run out of Beverly.
Dan, were you on the stream there when we listed the side effects?
I was like, it was like 4 a.m. my time.
Go ahead, Shep, and I'll look up the side effects real quick.
Yeah, we gotta.
I'm gonna bounce, guys. I'll see you in a bit.
All right, Rob. Take care, buddy.
Yeah, bud.
Okay, Rob.
We got to use the regulation size cups too, because that thing was tiny. I swear that thing was way smaller than the.
I saw he used tiny blue ones.
Yeah, like those Dixie cups. Those are easily like 2-ounce pours versus like that little itty bitty tiny thing he had. That was not good. That was not good to go. That was so cheating.
You know what? We are taking this way too seriously.
So we figured to break the record, though, you'd have to drink about 2.5 liters. So like a 2 liter of pop and another half liter. And here are the side effects. It contains quinine, which it'll benefit in curing malaria if you have that down in Florida. Okay. But here's your side effects: nausea, stomach cramps, diarrhea, vomiting, ringing in the ears, confusion, and nervousness. And those are just the more common side effects. Among the more serious side effects are bleeding problems, kidney damage, abnormal heartbeat, and severe allergic reaction.
Oh, I just went to Download Festival and got all of that.
You won't get malaria.
So what you're saying is we're fine. We're good.
We're fine.
We're all set.
Who needs to drink around the world where we can just drink our lives out in Club Cool? That's what
you see me nervous.
Where you used to go and get your.
They're gonna kick us out.
Get me home.
They're gonna kick us out because they're gonna think we're like hammered from the Around the World challenge, but it's really we're just hallucinating from Beverly.
Jordan says, "Okay, so DizneyDan, you actually didn't answer my question though. Are you down for the challenge?" Not how I was trying to avoid it. Listen. I did 10. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did 20 last year. I just did 10 and then 10. Not that I was preparing. I will accept the challenge, but I know that no one's going to be able to do it. Because let's be honest, right? Shep, you did 5, right?
Yeah.
And
well, six, because I did do one before.
Right. Okay. And you kind of know how it starts to kind of feel after you've had it at the same time. It's not so much the taste, it's the carbonation that is in your chest, right?
Yeah. So I already have that. I already have that figured out, though.
You've figured out a strategy how to deal with that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna have a small little operation before I go, a little tube that I could just have a little breather tube at the end. So every time I get super carbonated, I just let it out.
Right.
But I'm not gonna tell anyone I'm doing that, so it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, you just told everybody now. BR Fan TV, Joey, what's up, buddy? Smash. Been listening as I drive. Finally can type. Joey, great to see you guys. If you haven't checked out BR Fan TV, go check them out. Really old members of the channel and some other great channels here as well. So great to see Joey here. Stacey Rose says, and I purposely waited to ask again after Steve read the side effects. Yeah. Michael Riley, welcome into the stream. Dougie says, I did 12 months and I never felt worse in my life. I was praying with death.
So here's the deal though. There's no regulations on how fast or how slow you can drink them. You can't just like go around the park and come back and decide to do more. I'm gonna go for speed. I'm gonna have the 50 of them lined up and I'm just gonna start downing them and see what happens before it actually has a chance to hit me, and before I can actually think about what I'm doing. I'm gonna go straight for it.
I love it.
You're not then going to make it past Mexico if you go around the World Pavilion, the World Showcase. You'll get to Mexico and just keel over. And
Timothy Rainwood says, DizneyDan, to be sure, you've broken the record is that each of you get 3 2-liter bottles each and chug those down. I don't think you're allowed to do that at Club Cool. I'm pretty sure you are not allowed to fill up a bottle or a cup with...
No, but they sell them downtown or Disney Springs.
That is true.
Wow.
So that's our plan B, because we've already discussed what happens if Club Cool is demoed by then.
I'm
Plan B is to do it at Disney Springs.
Donna says you need a Beverly Challenge rule book. So yes,
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really don't fancy being ill on my vacation. I'll be flying nearly 5,000 miles to go to the happiest place on earth, and the last thing I would want to do is to be drinking 50 Beverly shots and then not making it out alive.
Hey, did you guys get followed by Beverly on Twitter?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Me and Corey from Corey Meets World. Speaking of which, Corey will be going live today at 6 p.m. from Epcot. We know where that's heading. Corey and I actually Beverly actually reached out to us when we did our 10-shot challenge. So Beverly has been, following my channel for quite a while, and they know what me and Corey did. So it's kind of weird how this has become a mixed thing now. Now Cordy Rainwater says, I'm gonna try to beat everyone, and I want to see what the max amount you all get. Then I'm gonna beat all of you and top that number. That's gonna be my new goal for this Disney trip.
Oh man, it's on.
But you're gonna be hurting.
We were talking about fast passes, and you know what? We just ended up talking about Beverly anyway.
Yeah.
How many Beverly shots is a respectable amount? Listen, Corey and I did 10, and we were like Corey was in pain, dude. Like Corey he was feeling it in his gut. Like I felt okay. But he gave me his live stream because he needed to go to the bathroom, and I don't know what he did.
Oh, wow.
he really like full in the face. I'm so glad he's not watching this right now. And he felt like he was going to belch really badly, and he went off to the bathroom, and I was just like, hey, so this is not Corey Meets World, this is Dan from DizneyDan. I'm taking over the stream while Corey gets a hold of himself. I'm really gonna stand by this. I really doubt anybody. You know what? I don't even think people will get over 40. I genuinely believe that.
If we get to 40, we have to get to 50. I mean,
and then if we get to 50, we have to get to 60.
Even if it kills us.
Yes, DizneyDan, why ruin your vacation by chugging a bunch of Beverleys and then being sick all week long? Yeah, exactly. See, Timothy, a voice of reason here. I'll hang out with Dan at Jelly Rolls drinking Jack and Cokes while watching Steve and Shep live from Club Cool from our phones. Patrick, we're good, pal. Lisa M, welcome into the stream. Great to see you. Sorry, that was bad. I brought up the Beverly, but to be fair, I got here late. I didn't know if you talked about it yet. Stacey, I love talking about Beverly. It's yeah. You know what I really find funny is that pretty much this challenge wouldn't have started if we didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
I feel like people just hey, who are these two idiots who did 10? Oh, the 10's easy. I could do 50.
Yeah, I don't know why we jumped from 10 to 50, but for some reason we did. But I'm glad we did, because now we know that the record's 57. Now we got something to shoot for.
Dougie goes, WDW tourist dying, Beverly overdose. All right, thank you for stopping by, pal. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you. We're gonna be on here a while, so come back and join if you feel when you get home. But Beverly is just, it's a lot, really. Like once you get to 10, you'll feel it. And then you got to times that by 5.
Yep.
That is.
I'm gonna bring a pillow with me so I can just lay down in between. I'll take 10, lay down on my pillow, Take 10.
No.
Lay down.
No chases of melon frosty allowed.
Nope. Just straight
Straight up
start to
Beverly.
finish.
That would just make it worse because then you're just drinking more soda.
And I am going to talk to the people ahead of time to let them know that we're going to do it because I'll be there early. And if they don't like the idea, we'll make arrangements to do it down at Disney Springs. We'll buy the 2 liters that they have, or 1 liters, excuse me. And we'll have, I'll bring the Dixie cups myself. I don't care. And they're all 2-ounce cups, and fill them all up. We'll have 50 lined up, ready to go, so that that they're out of it. And they don't have any. They're not out anything.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's just gonna be. This is such a stupid challenge.
I will say this. Hey, not to get off topic, Dan, but we can't do the kitchen sink challenge.
Okay. I don't know what's harder, doing the Beverly challenge or the kitchen sink, because let me tell you something. I did the kitchen sink last year with 2 other people, and we didn't even finish it. And I've got a big appetite, dude. Like I eat a lot, but it's like 10 scoops of ice cream, and then everything in the house. But the problem is, it's not the fact that there's a lot of food; it's because everything is so cold. Like it just makes your mouth all numb. And
but see, we could have tag teamed it. We could add teams. We could have 2 people challenge any other 2 people that want to go at it. So, but now we can't because it's going to be closed.
Hey, we're gonna throw up a Beverly and then throw up a kitchen sink. What else do we want to throw out this trip?
Oh, I officially did challenge Shep to a dance off too. So,
that's happening. Yep, that's happening.
Yeah. So. This is going to be an interesting vacation, I think. But yeah, and also not only are we doing a Beverly challenge, not doing a kitchen sink challenge, but I also have. I'm not going to tell you any of the details, but me and 2 other people, 2 very well-known YouTubers, you probably guess who they are. We are planning the biggest Disney, hopefully the biggest Disney World challenge there's ever been. We are figuring out details, but it's going to be hopefully the biggest thing. I think probably the stupidest thing I think I've ever done in my life.
Stupider than 10 Beverleys.
This is going to be nothing. Okay, so it's going to involve Mr. Corey from Corey Meets World and another person. And I think it will involve all 4 parks. It might involve the water parks. It might involve Disney Springs. It might involve food. Actually, no, it will involve food, because how can it not?
Yeah.
Of course, it involved rides and characters. Oh no! I think I've got a bad critic here. Dad, what are you doing? Captain Agra, welcome into stream Parkology. Interesting. So it's going to be a big challenge. I don't know the details, but it's going to be a bit crazy. Right. So we've talked about Beverly. Talked about fast passes, Flight of Passage, 7 Dwarfs.
We haven't finished our other parks, have we yet? With fast passes.
Okay.
Yeah, we did Magic and Epcot. We didn't do our other parks.
Really went off topic, didn't we?
Yes.
We digress.
Now we're back on topic.
Now we're back on topic. In regards to Stacey Rogers, Stacey Rogers is amazing, but thank you for bringing up the Beverly challenge, because it was going to happen eventually on this channel. So I would like to head over. Oh no, Steve, what would be your attraction apart from Soarin' and Test Track?
It was the meet and greet for the characters.
Meet and greet with characters. Exactly. Great pick. And now those get onto a really quite a long line, and it is.
They have longer wait times than the other rides do for most of the time we're there.
Absolutely. My pick. I was half joking with Journey into Imagination, but I try and get a fast pass for Illuminations. And now I feel like I have to get Illuminations now more than ever, because Illuminations is going at the end of the year, and whether you love Illuminations or you hate Illuminations, I love Illuminations, and I feel like I have to get that fast pass. I'm planning on getting. Hopefully, I want to see it at least 3 times in August, because I am going to miss this. So
I never fast passed Illuminations, but
it's amazing. Really,
my way for it was I always went and booked a table at the Rose and Crown and asked for an outdoor one and asked for it to be around 7:30 p.m. And then that way you're still eating or just around finishing dessert by the time it starts. And I've never not got the table that I wanted outside. So it was that was my way around it and not needing to fast pass. Have dinner.
Ray Mortars and Jim from More Sunshine Please just made the most sickest concoction I think I've ever heard in my life. Has a great idea. Jim had a great idea. Mix the Beverleys with the kitchen sink for a Beverly float.
Oh God.
Moving on, because I don't think I can stomach that. Ryan, what would be so at Epcot? I'm assuming you'd have Test Track and Soarin' as fast passes. What would be your third pick?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Maelstrom.
Oh, God,
what is Maelstrom? Oh no! We can't.
He's not here anymore.
We can't pick old rides. Oh, all right.
Can't pick an attraction that's not. I mean, look, you could pick Maelstrom if you want. You'll be waiting a long time. You're probably going to be waiting longer for Maelstrom than you will for Galaxy's Edge. So, hey, whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I would go with Spaceship Earth, assuming there was a long wait.
Yeah, with Spaceship Earth, it could be either a really long wait or
it's a walk on.
It's a walk on. So
yeah. I do enjoy that ride. I like seeing the weird pictures that come from pictures they take, and you never know what's going to happen. And at the very end, your face pops up, and it's like the weirdest thing you've ever seen.
I generally feel that my face is not good enough for the picture because I never get to see it on those things.
It's always black. Mine's always blacked out or something. Mine never makes it on there either.
I don't get it. I just don't understand. Like we not, is it like Mjolnir, Thor's hammer? We're not worthy to be put on the to be put on a stick figure at the end of the attraction. I don't know.
I've always had it pop up, and it's so distorted. It's just like I'm like an alien of some sort. But I guess I kind of fit in because I always pick the space part. So
you know what they need to do? They need to upgrade from like the camera from like the 1940s to a really nice camera there where they can actually take good photographs.
Yeah.
Put us on I want my face on that stick figure at the end of the attraction of Spaceship Earth so I can send it to myself when I get home.
I want that. I want that picture.
Spaceship Earth is a must, and I'm going to be so sad when it goes down for 2 years.
It's going down for 2 years?
Yeah, a year and a half, 2 years.
At the end of this year.
It's going to be sad. So Illuminations is going, Spaceship Earth is going down for a really long refurbishment.
Oh no!
Hopefully they change the Thank the Phoenicians thing. Wrong, it's completely inaccurate, and don't get me started. You know what? It was really funny. I posted on Twitter 2 days ago. I was thinking about my costumes for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and I think it was Charlie from Disney Nerd Has it half jokingly said, "Hey Dan, you should go as a Phoenician for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party," and I'm like, yeah, that's the only no. The Phoenicians did not invent the alphabet, okay? They didn't. Look it up. Judi Dench, I love you, but you're reading from the wrong script. They did not invent the alphabet. I'm gonna go on a Dan rant. Here we go, Dan rant. Okay, Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now I'm taking Galaxy's Edge out of contention. Okay, you are not allowed to pick Smuggler's Run because it's in Disneyland. It's not open in Disney World yet.
It's as if we were there today, yeah.
As if we're there right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna use. I don't really know what the tier system is right now. I think it's just the Toy Story ones that are in tier 1. But I think
It's Slinky Dog, Toy Story Mania, Alien Swirling Saucers, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Tower of Terror.
have they changed it now?
Yeah.
Interesting. Brandon, don't pick the great movie ride because that doesn't count. You'll be waiting there a long time, and then you'll get into a line where you'll be riding Mickey's Runaway Railway thingy.
Thingy.
The Disney dude, welcome into stream. Great to see you. So you've got to pick 1 from tier 1 and 2 from tier 2. What is it going to be? I'm going to start off with Adam.
Whoa, we weren't doing tiers before. We were just picking 3 attractions.
Wow.
Well, I don't know what tiers are in what.
Steve just told you what's in the tier.
Oh, I was.
If they're not in tier 1, they're in tier 2.
I was too busy trying to get you to 50 likes, dude. Like, you're 3 away now. So.
Try to butter me up there.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to butter you up and just give you 3 attractions. So.
In group 1, there is Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, Slinky Dog, Toy Story Mania.
All 3 of those. Basically, all 3 of those was the 3 rides I was going to go for. So
1 of those, and then 2 others.
Okay, right. Oh, seriously?
Think about what other rides are in Hollywood.
Well, here's the problem. The rest of them, all but 2 are shows. So in tier 2, you have Voyage of the Little Mermaid. You have Muppet Vision 3D, which is technically a show too. But then you have the Disney Junior Dance Party, the Frozen Sing Along, Indiana Jones, and then Beauty and the Beast. Star Tours is no longer on the list.
Wait, Star Tours is not in tier 2?
Not according to the updated FastPass list on the internet.
So it's not in tier 1.
It's not anywhere anymore. It says because of they're pulling out. It says unknown Star Tours and Fantasmic. So I don't know if they've either pulled them out or if they still count as tier 2, but it says they're unknown.
They have fast passes for it.
Okay, then they may still have them. This website just says they're unknown.
Right. Okay. So I'm
passes for it, but I feel like they're going back and forth whether they want tier 1 or 2.
In an ideal world, then. So sidestepping the tiers for 1 second. In an ideal world, the 3 attractions I would go would be Tower, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Slinky Dog. If we've got to adhere to these tiers, if we've got to adhere to these tiers, then from tier 1, I would go Slinky because I've never ridden it yet. I've not been back to Hollywood Studios since Toy Story Land opened. I do enjoy the queues for Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror anyway, so I would happily stand in the standby line for those rides.
Okay.
So then for tier 2,
Playhouse Disney.
No, I don't know.
Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
I wouldn't want to use it on Muppet Vision, even though I do enjoy Muppet Vision.
I love Muppet Vision.
I would probably go for, if it's still available, Star Tours, and probably Fantasmic.
Yep.
Or Indiana Jones. Depends where I'm at in the day. Fantasmic, you've got to use it at one particular time. So then you're not going to get through your 3 fast passes to get that 4th one later in the day. So maybe that's a silly idea. So Indiana Jones, is earlier in the day. So maybe I'd go for Indiana Jones and then possibly get that 4th fast pass later on.
Okay, nice. I like it. Steve?
Well, yeah, out of tier 1, I'm doing Slinky Dog Dash. I like it the most easily. And then tier 2. Normally, I'm going to pick if Star Tours is pickable, I'll definitely pick that. But then I'm either going for Beauty and the Beast or Indiana Jones, just because. I mean, it's not a big benefit to pick a fast pass for those shows, but
they do fill up though.
They fill up. You just don't have to stand in that big thing waiting to get in, so you can get in faster. But the times are the same, so everybody that's in standby is going to get in the exact same time as everybody in fast pass. Is basically what it is. They just bring you in first, so you get a better seat.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I would use it on because there's really nothing else to use it.
Jim says, anybody here see the new Lightning McQueen show? I've not seen it, and I feel like it's the thing that I would miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. Josh and Jenna streamed it on Resort TV 1 last night, and it is something that I will probably skip.
Oh, really? Not that entertaining then?
It's like you go in and you sit on bleachers and watch a show, and it's more driven towards kids.
Yeah. Ryan, where would you go, my friend?
So I think for me, I'm gonna do for tier 1. I gotta go Tower of Terror. I like the feeling of the drops better. I mean, Slinky Dog was fun, and that was my first time going. Was this past trip? Me and my oldest rope dropped it. But I got to go TOT. That's just for me. I like the feeling better. For secondary, I'm got to do Star Tours. That's a must do for me. And then the last one, I'd say Indiana Jones, because Indy's pretty cool.
Nice. I'm going to, if you guys were thinking about doing Phantasmic, I'm going to give you an extra one. Because I'm going to give you a top tip. Firstly, my tier 1, I'm with you, Ryan. Tower of Terror, hands down. In my opinion, the best ride at Hollywood Studios. Slinky Dog is good. I like it, but I don't love it as much as Tower of Terror. Toy Story Mania, I love. Rock and Roller Coaster, there's a single rider line, so I can kind of cut that time out. Now with Phantasmic, there's a little something called the Phantasmic Dining Package.
Mm-hmm.
So go eat at Mama Melrose or go eat at Hollywood and Schmine. I'm kidding. I know, Steve, you're going to eat at Hollywood and Vine. I'm curious to hear what you think because I've never eaten there, but it has never appealed to me. So I would go to Mama Melrose, get the special Phantasmic Dining Package. So I got Phantasmic, that gives me 2 extra fast passes, and I'll probably do Star Tours, even though it makes me busy. And it's tough because there's not much else that's there that's tier 2. But you know what? I'm going to put the Beauty and the Beast show. I think it's a really great show.
It is a good show.
It is a really good show, and I really, really, really like it. Michelle Verocco, welcome into the stream. And I just want to say a big hello and goodbye to that UK Disney couple. Great family, great channel. Go check those guys out. Really, really awesome.
50 likes, Dan, by the way. 50 likes.
50 likes.
Congrats on 50 likes.
Okay.
Can I give my picks?
Great movie ride. Horizons. No, go for it, buddy.
Too funny. I would pick everything you picked. Same things. Good picks. So Star Tours.
I was expecting completely different ones. Just like, can I choose mine? Oh, it's the same as yours.
Same things.
It's too bad they don't do the. It would be kind of fun if they did like a adult version of the Jedi training thing. You know,
that would be awesome.
Like if they did that, I'd do that every day.
Oh, that would be like, and you buy your lightsabers at Galaxy's Edge, right?
Oh,
which path you want to go down, and then you can either be in the Jedi Training Academy or the Sith Training Academy, and then you can like fight either
to the death.
fight to the death with like other people from different parties. Oh, it could be like Call of Duty Blackout. You got 2 teams, and then you could drop in like Galaxy's Edge, and then what you do, you could pick up different stuff to equip your lightsaber.
Love it.
And then what happens is the circle will close in Galaxy's Edge, and there'll be one Jedi or Sith standing.
And the winning team get an extra tier 1 fast pass, and the losers have to go and watch like Muppet Vision or
the loser has to buy their $200 lightsaber.
Yes.
That's awesome. Hey, maybe the Star Wars Hotel will offer this.
Oh yes, Star Wars Hotel. We're gonna get off sidetracked again. Star Wars Hotel. Bearing in mind when they do release the time when you can make a reservation for the Star Wars Hotel, which will be in like 2030. What? It's kind of weird. What can you? I know what Disney says, like, what can you expect? But I want to be like, what would be your initial reaction to this hotel compared to like, hey, I'm gonna stay either at the Grand Floridian or at the Star Wars spaceship thing for 2 weeks? What would go through your mind? I want to start with
Well,
Adam first.
first off, you can't. So the Star Wars Hotel is in 3 days. It's like a 3-day experience. And then you have to leave. You can't book it more than that.
Oh, really?
No, and they put that out like when it's first announced that they announced it. They put it out, but it's like an experience, and it's a 3-day experience. So when you get there, you're there the 3 days, and then a new group or new people come in. You're out. So
unless it's like the Millennium Falcon, you could smuggle yourself underneath.
So it may be, or if you're like if you got some buddies like me, and then Shep could book it for 3 days, then Dan, you could book it for 3 days, then we could all just stay with each other those extra 3 days each time.
That's funny.
But
how you guys get a whole month there?
Stuff like that. I love Steve. Thought of that. That's awesome.
I didn't even know that it was only 3 days.
By the time it opens,
that would be so much. I mean, I know like friends who have done this in the past. Like, obviously, if we come over from the UK, we come over for like 2 weeks because if you're going to come all that way, you might as well make it a long trip. And I've known friends that have gone like a week at a Disney on-site property and then a week at a Universal on-site property and things like that. I couldn't be bothered with all that messing about and moving. Once I'm there, I just want to be able to get up and go in the morning, no messing about. So if, even if it was kind of offered to me on a plate, I don't think I'd take that, knowing that I was only going to get 3 days there and then had to move somewhere else. I'd kind of.
What's Universal?
What's Universal's? This place down the road. It's okay. It's okay, Dan.
It's down the road.
I feel like it's something I would really want to do, but again, as somebody from the UK, I would be like, hey, this is 3 days, and then I wouldn't, I'd be here for like 2 weeks, and I don't really want to keep like moving my stuff from one hotel to the next. I just feel like, I don't know, it's a bit of a dilemma for us UK us Brits. There we go. I was gonna say UKians.
The UKians.
Yeah, and they'll be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, it's you. Okay, whatever." Yeah. Okay. So I think it's gonna be exciting. I didn't know it was 3 days, but it's gonna be. Yeah. Lisa says the dark shadowy place behind the kingdom. Oh, the Universal thing. Yeah, that thing. Right. We've done like an hour and 20, and we still haven't got to the final park yet.
I wonder if they'll do this clever thing. Sorry, with the cast members in Star Wars. Like they used to do, and they don't do it anymore. Where you used to be able to walk up to some of the Toy Story characters and used to say Andy's coming, and they used to drop to the floor.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can go up to like the cast members of the Star Wars hotel and just kind of like, this is my first day. Just kind of use the force, and
they corrected Galaxy's Edge. So
yeah, you're 3 days resets. So.
You will give me 100% discount on this vacation. And you'll give me extra time to spend in minivans completely free of charge.
The other part about it too is that it only has 34 cabins. So
wait, there's 34.
There's 34 cabins, and it's only a 2-story hotel. So people are speculating that's either 34 or 68 rooms, and that's it.
Oh, wow.
So
which is why I said you won't get a reservation until like 2030 anyway.
Exactly, because now I'm only going by what I've read on the internet, so this could change. But they are labeled. There's 34 cabins, 32 of which are labeled standard rooms, and 2 are labeled first class cabins. So like for an upgrade, I guess. But that's it. There's only 34 cabins. And then being 2 stories, people have speculated that it could be 30 or 68 rooms instead of the 34.
Damn. Very quickly, Jim from More Sunshine. I just got a tornado warning on my phone for Bay Lake. Jim, stay safe, my friend.
Yep.
Do whatever you need to do, but just stay safe and keep us updated. And just hope it all is all right. No, that's weird. And so I'm gonna put this out there, right? So we have a Star Wars themed hotel. What other Disney / Marvel / Star Wars / anything franchise would you have as a hotel? One thing that springs to mind, which I would be pretty cool, is now because Disney bought Fox, I would really love a hotel inspired by the X-Men mansion.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
Would that be like you have this whole big like castle-like facade, and then like you have like some sort of experience underneath where you see like the danger room and the X-Jet, and it'd be so awesome. Like Disney, hire me, come on. But like, what other experience? Like, what other themed hotels that where you feel like you're in that movie or in that TV show? Would you
Avengers
want
headquarters.
Avengers headquarters?
Yeah, just or Marvel. Yeah.
I would love to see a Pandora hotel where you can sleep in a hammock. That looks like a tree.
Yeah, well, the beds would have to be really comfy though. The hammocks,
Yeah.
because I don't think I could sleep in a hammock for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be pretty cool because there's a lot of space behind Pandora. I mean, they could build a hotel there.
Steve,
The garden where Thanos goes to as well. Thanos' garden. Yeah, just nice and tranquil.
Steve, that's called camping, which you can already do there at Fort Wilderness.
Fort Wilderness, dude.
I didn't mean like hanging from a tree. I meant like a room that you could go up the tree and get into a room and have a hammock in the room. Yeah.
Guys in the chat, like, what would be your favorite like movie or like favorite scene that you would want to stay in? I don't know. I think X-Men should be cool. Avengers headquarters would be cool. The Avatar thing, I think would be quite awesome as well.
Can you imagine the bioluminescent lights in your room just glowing, and as you sleep, it would just be awesome.
The neon like fluorescent lights. That'd be amazing. I'm trying to think of
you get attacked by some alien beast. And
what else? What did Disney so Disney bought what about like Disney bought Alien, obviously because it's Alien part of Fox. What about an Alien versus Predator horror hotel?
I don't think I'd stay there.
I'd love to stay. I love Alien versus Predator.
It would have to be adults only, unless some. I mean, there are kids out there that have no problem with that kind of stuff too. But imagine the kids waking up and seeing aliens, and
could you imagine like you're sleeping, and then your alarm clock is like a xenomorph, like literally right above you, going. You'd be actually woken up.
Wake up,
screaming. You literally take the xenomorph from the Great Movie Ride and put it above your head. it's like 7 a.m. You're going to the Magic Kingdom, the most magical place on earth. You'd be woken up by a xenomorph. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mind is going crazy right now. Speaking of Pandora, let's go to Animal Kingdom. We're taking Flight of Passage out of contention because let's be honest, it's
what?
Everyone's going to Flight of Passage.
Yeah, obviously. Flight of Passage.
Even been on it.
There's only 2 tier 1s in this in Animal Kingdom, and that's Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey.
Firstly, a big shout out to my buddy Corey Meets World. Dude, Corey, we've been talking about Beverly for like 30 minutes. I don't know where you're probably sick and tired of us talking about Beverly, to be honest. Great to see Corey here. Guys, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Corey will be live from, guess what? Epcot. And guess what's that? Oh, cool. Beverly. I don't think he'll be drinking Beverly. But guys, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my buddy Corey from Corey Meets World will be going live. Go check him out and tell him DizneyDan sent you. And we're going to have a great time watching Corey stream. A couple of other people going live also tonight. Meg is going live at 8 p.m. She'll be talking about the annual pass holder kerfuffle thing, which we will definitely not talk about on this stream because I'm not an annual pass holder. And if I
don't get Dan started.
Don't get me
don't
started.
Get him started.
You bring up water, I'm going to go mental. And this and that are going live at 9:30 over on Steve's channel. Right, so Flight of Passage is out of contention, right? You've already got it. You've already booked it as your fast pass. Where is your next 2? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? You've got so many different options, actually, at Animal Kingdom because unlike Hollywood Studios, there's way more stuff here than at Hollywood. So it's going to be interesting to see where everybody goes. So, Adam, where would you go, bud?
Expedition Everest. And I'm either going to go with Kilimanjaro Safaris or
Nice.
Kali River Rapids. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Oh wait, so is Corey going live tomorrow? Oh, Corey is going live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Got my hopes up. No, I'm kidding. Guys, tomorrow Corey will be going live from Epcot. Not today, tomorrow. So we can make it up. Yeah. So tomorrow Corey will be live 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Epcot. Just to clarify, not today, tomorrow.
Do you hear what he just said?
He may shoot a Beverly.
Yeah, he may shoot a
Nice.
Beverly or two tomorrow just for us.
Corey.
You know what? I think Corey is like pumping himself up. He's getting himself prepared for when we come to town. And
yeah, but you're not allowed to build up an immunity, buddy. So no practicing.
We don't have it in the UK. But I was also Corey telling. I haven't told any details about us and someone else doing a crazy challenge. As soon as you come back from D23. So it'll be exciting. We've got a plan that it's going to be fun. Me, Corey, and a mystery YouTuber is going to be doing a crazy challenge as well. Don't know what it's going to be. Hopefully involves food and the parks, but it's going to be fun. So Adam went with Cali and Expedition Everest. Rob, where would you go, pal?
And not Flight of Passage. I can't pick that.
You've already chosen Flight of Passage.
Oh, okay. This is the second one, right? So yeah, Expedition Everest and the Safari is always my two go-tos, definitely.
Expedition Everest and Kilimanjaro Safari. Ryan?
Yeah, I think I'm going to
or Navi River too.
Yeah, well, Navi, because Navi and Flight are in the same tier.
It's the same tier, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Cali River and Everest. Just because the Cali River, you never know if you're going to get wet or not.
That is true. You know what?
And also just off topic, Corey is my. He's secretly getting me liters and shipping them to me of Beverly.
Nice.
So that I can. But you didn't hear that from me.
Are you gonna put it on a slow drip?
Just IV it in.
You know what I find quite funny is that we've given you Flight of Passage even though you've never been on it.
Yeah, I know.
But I feel like it's going to happen eventually.
Oh, yeah.
And if you come off that attraction, you'll be like, that was terrible. I might just have to like unmod you or something. No kidding.
Who's this guy?
There's this one guy in the world who doesn't like Flight of Passage.
I'll be back, guys.
Welcome into the stream, buddy. Great to see you. Rob has left the building. Miguel Junior, welcome in, buddy. Great to see you. Now, Miguel and Dee did a awesome live stream yesterday on Disney Talk Tuesdays. Really, really awesome. Great to see them both together. So yeah, I hope all is well, buddy. School was finished over in the US. Bit jealous, but welcome in, buddy. Steve, where would you go, Val?
Well, I do have a confession to make too. I might have begged Shep not to ride Flight of Passage on his most previous trip so he could ride it with me. So just a little bit of begging going on. So
Wait. You told Shep, who was down in Florida, to not go on it, even though he was right there.
To be fair, I told him, number one, it's the greatest ride on property. Number two, he has his family and his kids with him. So he didn't think he was going to do it anyways. And I said, well, if you don't have to, don't do it. Ride it with me in August. So yes, I persuaded him to not ride it.
So being the nice guy that I am.
Well, I want to be there when you ride it.
For sure.
I'll happily wait 3 hours just to see the action.
That's what I said. I'm all in. Whatever it takes. We're
and it has, in my opinion, it has the best standby queue line of anything at Disney World for sure. Some of the greatest views when you get up higher and look over the waterfalls, and it's just nice.
I love the fact that it changes from a very natural line to what's inside, and that's very much like it's militarized, right?
Yep.
But it still has that Navi feeling, right? And then the last part of the queue before you get split off into the 3.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is like
He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out in August.
Really amazing. That looks
No.
so lifelike. It's awesome. Ave Musica Covers, welcome into the stream. I believe this is your first time here from Spain. Sorry, my Spain is terrible. My Spanish is terrible. But welcome into the stream. Corey, we're talking about Flight of Passage queue line. Maybe we'll do like our top 5 queue lines in a Fiasco episode. That would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Flight of Passage is a really amazing queue line. My picks would be Festival of the Lion King for sure, and I think I'm gonna pick Dinosaur.
Yeah.
I love Dinosaur. I just think it's such a great attraction, and like, look, I love Expedition Everest. I love the Safari. I love Cali River Rapids, but the one that I love more than anything apart from Flight of Passage is Dinosaur, because it's just thrilling. It's crazy. It's probably one of the most thrilling rides at Disney, apart from like Rock and Roller and Tower of Terror. I think Dinosaur is it's become quite an underrated attraction in my opinion.
I like Dinosaur as well. It's a little rough, but it is really good. And then, like you said, Festival of the Lion King, that is one show that you should extremely benefit from getting a fast pass as opposed to waiting in regular line for sure.
So I want to give a massive thank you to Ave Musical Covers for subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Welcome into the DizneyDan fan family. Does that make any sense? DizneyDan fan family.
Or just say DizneyDan fan fam.
Fan fam. That's breaking news. Next design on my Spreadshirt store. But yeah, I picked Dinosaur, Festival of the Lion King, and Flight of Passage. That's what I would pick. Right. So it only took an hour and a half to talk about what fast passes we would choose. Let's just talk about some movies that are coming out this summer, because we're in the height of the movie season. Let's start right at the beginning. I'm actually seeing this tomorrow for the second time. Avengers Endgame. I'm seeing it tomorrow. I've seen it before. Yes, I've seen it all before. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Dan, you haven't seen it? Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it opening day. I have the poster. Okay, seeing it opening day. But I'm seeing it with my best friend tomorrow. It's been a while since I've seen it. And, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch Endgame tomorrow. I'm assuming everybody here has seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, Ryan.
No comment.
Oh, no. Shep, it might be worth taking an hour or 3 hours out of your Disney vacation to watch it in the theater down there.
Wait.
He said it, Dan.
Is your mind blown?
You've not been on Flight of Passage and you've not seen Endgame.
I know it's bad.
Dude.
It's bad, I know. It's hard. It's hard to get out of the house. When you have like 18 kids running around, it's like you can't get anywhere. You can't get anything done either.
I did not tell him to delay this.
Dude. Okay. Right.
I was gonna watch it. I was gonna watch a
Wait. Okay.
I couldn't do it.
Have you seen Infinity War?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen everything coming up. I've seen everything going.
Like my heart was breaking very slowly.
Oh, no.
Now it's kind of like slightly forming back together. No, look, dude, I can understand. Being a family man. Well, I'm not a family man, but I understand how people, could have to miss it.
Jim said, "Has Ryan ever eaten pizza?"
What's this pizza? What is that? Pizza?
You're missing out, bro. Abby Musica Cover says, "Did you like Lilo and Stitch?" I love the.
I'm not alone.
Lilo and
No
Stitch.
way, Corey. That can't be true.
I'm not alone.
Corey,
D Hazel said they've not seen
Samara Brown hasn't seen it. Corey, you're pulling my leg. You've seen Endgame, right? I feel like Corey is a person has seen it.
I feel so much better about myself right now.
I think Corey's had to have seen it, right?
Don't get me started on a Dan rant because Avi Musica just said pizza with pineapple.
Oh.
Oh god. Right. Pen is going down. I'm gonna take my glasses off for added effect. Pineapple does not go on pizza. Fruit does not go on pizza. Fruit, you don't eat pineapple with like cheese and tomato and bread, do you? No. So why does it belong on pizza?
Tomato is technically a fruit.
It's
sorry to stop you in your tracks, but tomato is not a vegetable; it's a fruit. So
savory fruit, like
it's a fruit. So you can put it. Yeah,
I agree with you, Dan. And Corey did just give the best answer he could have possibly given. He's not seen it.
I 100% true. I spent all my free time making videos, so you guys don't joke. I'm a busy man.
We appreciate it, Corey. But take a break one day and go watch Endgame.
Breathe. No. Honestly, I feel like because I'm so disappointed Ryan's left. No, I'm kidding. Grace F, welcome into the stream. Avi Music, if you want to put your link, message me beforehand on Twitter, on Instagram, and then I can post it. Don't just put it out in the chat. Avengers Endgame. Okay, I was gonna try and talk spoilers, but because some people haven't seen it yet. Even though it's been like a month, nearly 2 months since it's been out. But okay, people are busy. I understand that. No spoilers. Biggest movie of all time. Just saying, made over $2 billion. Nearly beaten Avatar at the box office as worldwide. This movie is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be honest, it's not my favorite Marvel movie ever. If you guys saw my live stream a couple of weeks ago, it was my sixth favorite Marvel movie. It wasn't my favorite, but that third act is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing.
Yes.
It made me cry. It made me laugh. It made me it was just such full of emotions. I'm looking forward to seeing it again tomorrow so I can actually really get a good understanding of the rest of the movie. Because I feel like when you see it for the first time, you miss quite a lot of stuff because there's so much going on. But tomorrow, I'm really going to watch it. Jim says Avengers Endgame will return to theaters next weekend with additional credits footage.
Yeah, because I waited for those credits to nothing.
Yeah, so did I. Then after Endgame, a little movie called Aladdin came out. Now, let me tell you something. I was really surprised how well Aladdin did at the box office.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was going to be a flop. I thought it wasn't going to make a lot of money, but it did really well. And it's still holding up. It's still like the third highest grossing movie right now. Disney Adventuring Amanda, welcome into stream. Endgame was amazing. Toy Story looks like it's going to be a really good tearjerker. I'm really excited to see Spider-Man. Lion King looks like it's going to be epic. You're absolutely right. So Aladdin was a big surprise for me. Now, did you guys like Aladdin? What did you guys think?
I thought Aladdin was sensational. I mean, I thought it was really, really good.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta head out. I gotta. My son wants to start his own little YouTube channel, so
nice.
I gotta go film him doing something. I don't even know what yet, but so Dan, thanks so much for having me on here, gentlemen.
Friends, feel free to, if you want to jump in a little later, you are absolutely welcome to.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Guys, if you haven't checked out the Shep Family, a power channel of mine, Ryan does a great job on his channel. And we will definitely be making sure that he watches Endgame and going on Fire Message by
done.
Yeah. All right,
done and done. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys soon.
See you later. Corey, you haven't seen Aladdin. I feel like Corey just never goes to the movie theater anymore.
But Corey has that one excuse that works for all the movies.
Yeah. Aladdin was really surprisingly, I really enjoyed it. I really Adam, what do you think?
Aladdin, loved it. Leading up to it, I was skeptical.
Yep, me too.
I wasn't sure whether I was going to enjoy it. I was very skeptical about Will Smith being the choice of the genie. I've said this a million times already, I think. But yeah, I thought Will Smith was going to completely Will Smithify the character, and just kind of there was not going to be any kind of homage to Robin Williams. Instead, it was actually done beautifully. Yes, Will Smith did put his stamp on it, but he even admitted he was scared to accept that role originally because he didn't want to take away from the character that had already been created in the animated film by Robin Williams. And I think it was beautiful. I think it was a very colorful and vibrant film. The musical numbers were fantastic. The comedy in it, there was some parts where I would, like, me and Ebony were both sat there absolutely howling.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a little more on point with the animated, like Beauty and the Beast is very much on point with the animated by the addition of one extra scene. But this one kind of deviated ever so slightly, but while sticking to all the key points.
Yep.
And I liked that. I liked that there was a little bit an element of surprise, and I was like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. But I thoroughly enjoyed it nonetheless. It took me by surprise, and I would highly recommend going to see it if you've not seen it yet.
Will Smithify.
Will Smithify.
Now, this is a story all about how I became the genie of the lamp. And I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, say how you rub that lamp in Agrabah.
Yeah, no, that
didn't work very well. It started off well and then it just flopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I definitely think Will Smith was the best part of that movie, surprisingly, because like the whole leading up to it, people were really like nervous about him being the genie because obviously Robin Williams is an icon, and I feel like he still is. Like, I feel like this movie hasn't diminished Robin Williams's performance.
Yeah,
I feel like it's actually improved it a little bit, just to show like how good Robin was compared to Will Smith, because Will Smith did a great job, no doubt.
Yes,
but I did like the movie. There was some surprises in there. I loved how Iago was grown to become this massive bird in the end of the movie.
Oh, that was
great. And there was some differences. The only thing I didn't like about the movie, I feel like I've got mixed views about the casting of Jafar and Aladdin. I feel they were quite weak. And I feel like the directing of when they did the songs, like the songs were just following the character and just following the camera while they were walking. Like they weren't really doing anything while they were singing. Like when Aladdin sang his Riff Raff Street Rat, like he was just walking around his little house. Like he wasn't actually doing anything. He wasn't like doing things with Abu or anything. He was just sitting or standing around. Like, I feel like there was improvement there, but it was a great movie all in all. So I think Aladdin was good, and it's done a lot more. It's become more successful than I thought it'd be. So yeah, it was good. Next movie to come out, which I think is coming out next week, is a little film called Toy Story 4.
Friday, in 2 days.
So Friday in the United States and next week in the UK, because we always get our movies later than you guys. Except for Endgame, which we got.
I was going to say not always. Which Star Wars and Endgame.
I'm pumped for this movie.
And some movies we get earlier than the States as well.
I'm so pumped for Toy Story 4. I've had nothing but great reviews. I think everybody is super excited. I think some people are a little bit skeptical because the trilogy is perfect. But
Dan, sorry to correct you. It is 21st of June for Toy Story 4 release date, so it is Friday this week.
For us as well?
Yep, for us as well.
So in 2 days. Actually, it's even less for you because you're ahead of us. So you can go see it sooner.
So
I'm gonna go. Okay, that's me done. Going on Friday. I'm putting that in my diary. So I'm super excited for this movie. I really am. It's been really. I'm going to be really honest. The trailers didn't do it for me. They didn't. There was something about the trailers that compared to the other Toy Story trailers, they just weren't as captivating. But with all the reviews that I've seen of the movie, they've been like they've said it's amazing. They got 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. Thank you, Rob, from Drop That Rope. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this movie, and I think it's going to be another smash hit, another Toy Story success. So
yeah, I'm more nervous for this one than I was Aladdin, to be honest. And I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good. But I'm one of those people that's nervous because there has not been a single better trilogy from start to finish in the way it ended than that trilogy, in my opinion. And to come back and bring something new, if they can't top that, they're going to ruin the franchise.
Lord of the Rings is the only exception.
Well, yeah, Lord of the Rings, of course, but in especially in Disney, this is it. And if they bring back 4, which I would watch 20 of them. I mean, I love Toy Story. I'm just as long as they do it justice after that big gap between 3 and 4.
Has Disney ever had another animated trilogy that's done as well? I don't think it has.
That has done as well, or that
has done as well.
So in terms of money,
I know they did.
In a way, in terms of money-wise, Cars is the only trilogy that has made significant amount of money. But again, those movies aren't nearly as good, anywhere near as good as Toy Story.
No, and Lion King 2, and Lion King 1.5 were.
Yeah, but
I thought they were all great, but they weren't like all theatrical.
No, they were straight.
Yeah, and it was the same with Aladdin. They did that Return of Jafar, but
and
Robin Williams. So
I'm just trying to think. Like, there's no other. You can't say Star Wars because Episode 4 and 5 are just amazing, like 2 of the best movies of all time. But Return of the Jedi, it is great, but it's not as good as the first 2. I'm gonna be honest, like it's not considered as good as 4 and 5. So you can't say Star Wars, the original trilogy. You can't say the prequels. Can't say the sequels because Last Jedi is so divided amongst fans. There's no other trilogy in Disney that is good apart from Toy Story.
Yeah, so I'm agreeing with Steve here that I really hope this 4th movie doesn't ruin the franchise. It was the perfect ending, and Toy Story 3 was, for a lot of people, it was a tearjerker at the end. Yep. It was
I wept. I wept.
You wept. Yeah, it's I'm hoping it's going to be really good. Because when they announced that they were going to do a 4th film, I'll be honest, I was happy. I was like, yes, it's not the end for these characters that we've all grown up and loved. There's going to be further generations that are going to get to see these characters and love them, which is great. I
love the fact,
I do worry that it's going to be a step too far.
For me in particular, I've grown up with these movies. Literally, I grew up in 1990. I was born in 1994. Toy Story was released in 1995, and I've literally grown up with Toy Story. Like, apart from Lion King, this was really the franchise that I have, I grew up with. And obviously you guys, watching it from a little bit of an older, generation where you can, you watched the original Toy Story and really watched it. And I just watched it as a baby. But for me, like, this is what I grew up with. Like, some of you guys, it might have been Star Wars. It might have been, for the younger people, younger than me, it'd probably be the MCU. But Toy Story was the franchise I grew up with. So seeing Toy Story 4 it's going to make me emotional. Now, Rob, I know. Well, welcome back, Rob, from RobFuz.
I'm just popping in and out. Sorry.
I know you're a massive Toy Story fan.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
What are your feels?
I'm going Saturday. It's funny, Dan, because I never really. I think I shunned it. That the trailers weren't really that great, so they just weren't.
No, they weren't. I agree with you.
I agree, yeah. And those marionette people looks creepy. I don't know if you guys saw the monorail. They're sticking out of the windows and stuff. Yeah. So look kind of creepy. But I am so psyched. I'm so excited. I'm gonna buy my tickets tonight. I'm gonna go Saturday. So very excited. So
Venturing Amanda says the same. Totally grew up with Toy Story. I was like 4 when Toy Story came out. Yeah, absolutely. And D Hazel says, I love all the pirate films. I know a lot of people excuse me, that burp was sponsored by D&G Explorers.
Yeah.
I know lots of people don't like the sequels, though. The sequels didn't ruin the franchise, though, even though them being received poorly. I love the pirate films. I really enjoy the pirate films, but I don't think they're considered as equals and very good compared to the first one. Speaking of partner channels, Walt from Mouse Talk with a conveniently, as we talk about Toy Story, a Pizza Planet t-shirt. What's up, pal? Great to see you. How's it going, man?
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Thanks for inviting me and Dan.
Yeah, no problem. How's it going, my friend?
I have a bone to pick with you, Dan.
God, here we go. Here comes the Walt rant.
Yep, here we go. So
Is it the pineapple and pizza thing?
It's going to deal with Toy Story and Star Wars.
Okay.
Now, you said that the original trilogy for Star Wars was not perfect. I have to disagree.
Yeah.
There was absolutely nothing wrong with Return of the Jedi. Take out the 5 minutes of the Ewoks. That movie was fantastic.
It's not perfect if you have to take out 5 minutes.
It is. Well, but I can say that about Toy Story 2. I can think of 6 scenes in that movie we need to take out. And I love Toy Story. Hey, Rob. Good to see you. What's
Hey,
up, man?
Walt. Thank you for making me your feature channel this week. They're so nice of you.
My pleasure, buddy.
I like your shirt, too.
Just to pause Walt's rant for 1 second. I did specify animated trilogies, so like
okay. I would agree with you then. In that case, I agree with you 100%.
So here's the thing: as a child, Return of the Jedi was my favorite, hands down. I loved like the whole last like act of Return of the Jedi. It reminded me a lot of Endgame. I'm not gonna lie. But looking back on it, I'm just like, did they need all that Ewok time where they were going to sacrifice Luke and then C-3PO was like a god?
I like the Ewoks.
You know what? This is a perfect time to plug Star Wars Sunday, where we're going to talk about Return of the Jedi in a couple months' time. Speaking of which, we need to find the time to do Star Wars Sunday this month.
We're doing it this Sunday, the 23rd.
What movies this week?
We are doing Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
I'd like to join in for the 4 and 5 and 6, possibly, if I could.
Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. I'd like to get some more people, some more special guests joining us. RV into Disney, thank you so much for joining. But this weekend, Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Oh, how much I have a lot to say about that movie. This is going to be a quite controversial one. But
I got to interrupt here. If you guys haven't seen their Star Wars, their specials, they're amazing. Walt and Dan, and I think Steve's involved sometimes too, right?
I was just on the first one.
Steve's not.
Special guest every month.
They're so good. They're so fun. You definitely got. Dan just goes off and he says stuff I never even thought of. Like he's just and Walt is just the way Walt and Dan both analyze things. I just my mind's blown. I truly love it. It's great. Definitely highly recommend it.
Thanks.
Right, Walt, I want to come to you. Toy Story 4. What, you had another bone to pick with me. So, what was your Toy Story bone to pick with me?
No, that was it. Really, I am not that excited about the movie, to be honest. But you guys know me. You know how I am. I really love the fact that they ended it with the way they ended it with Toy Story 3. I thought it was a perfect ending. Andy moved on. The toys moved on. Everybody, as sad as it was bittersweet, but it was a good ending. I think this movie was. I mean, we'll see. It might be great. I don't know, but it's going to be tough to top what they did.
I've heard nothing but good things about this movie, but
which I didn't even know. That's awesome. I didn't even know it got good reviews.
It got really great reviews. It's 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's going to be really quite amazing to see if all those reviews are true.
I really hope they are because with a franchise, obviously you got a standalone movie, you love it, it lasts the test of time. With a franchise, it's only as good as its last movie. You know? Yeah. If you put out a great movie to begin with and then something that's absolute garbage, then the franchise has flopped. So if 4 does not live up to 3, which was a perfect ending, then it's going to tarnish the franchise, unfortunately. So.
I'm not going to tarnish the franchise. Don't worry about it, Adam. I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
My God.
And the worst part about it is it's an unfortunate comparison. It's unfair to say that one movie can ruin a franchise, but he's right.
Phantom Menace.
This next movie isn't that great. It will tarnish.
Indiana Jones Temple of the what's it called?
Crystal Skulls.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I agree. I mean, that's a great point. I mean, The Last Crusade with Sean Connery, that's a great movie. That was really, really done well.
Jurassic World.
You hate Jurassic World.
See, I like all these movies.
George for the Revenge.
I hate
for the Revenge.
World. Oh my god!
Steve, you only hate about on one hand. You can count the amount of movies.
I can. But I like most movies, and I love all those movies you just mentioned. And I'm one of those guys that I love the last 2 Star Wars movies better than any of the other ones.
Wait! You like Force Awakens and Last Jedi over the originals?
Yes.
Return of the Last Jedi is my favorite one so far.
Wow.
By miles.
Don't get Walt started, please. For the love of God.
Family, I really, really am sorry for talking smack about you.
Yes. I'm not afraid to admit it. I thought Return of the Jedi was, like I said, leaps and bounds by miles better than any of the others.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed how much Steve loves Last Jedi and how much Walt hates Last Jedi.
Steve, you are coming on.
I don't know what I'm more amazed by
right now.
Use the Force.
Walt's a traditionalist, and I'm not. And so we do butt heads on what we like and what we don't like a lot of times. Just a little. So I mean, he likes all the old boring stuff. I like all the good stuff. So
Jim from North Sunshine, please, says Matrix 3. Let me tell you something.
Yes, Revelations. That's a good point.
Dude, Matrix 2 sucked as well.
but the second was not as bad as the third.
Yeah, but the only good scene, actually, no, there's 2 good scenes in Matrix 2. The first good scene is the highway scene, which I think is brilliant.
Yes, very good.
The other scene, which is good in Matrix 2, which is the most stupidest scene I think I've ever seen in my life, is Neo beating up like all these like inflatable dummies that look like Agent Smith. He's got like 12,000 of them, and he's just hitting them with a pipe. It just looks stupid. It's ridiculous, but it's entertaining. Matrix 3, there is nothing in Matrix 3. It's so boring. It's so... Oh, we're getting really off topic here.
I agree with you, Dan.
Matrix 2 and 3, like the first one's amazing.
Wait a minute, Steve. You don't like Revelations?
I agree with Dan that it got worse as those two. The first one was great. The other 2 were not.
Oh, so is that one of the 5 on your hand?
No, okay. Let me rephrase that. I could still watch it, but compared to the first one, that's a franchise that went down after the first one.
Dougie says Matrix Reloaded and Revo whatever were awful. No redeeming features. The only redeeming is the highway scene in Reloaded. That was very good. I got to be honest. That was a really great scene. But that's it. Nothing else. Stacey Rogers says, here's a thought about the current Star Wars trilogy. Some of us grow up beloved. We would never see them because George Lucas said he would never make them. So it's a plus to see them. You're right. You know, I think it's great that we're getting more Star Wars stuff. But look, there are no bigger critiques than Star Wars fans. Like, you know, we have the originals, and then we get the prequels, and people were complaining that it's not like Star Wars. And then we got The Force Awakens, where it was too much like Star Wars that has been compared to A New Hope. And then we got The Last Jedi, which is completely not like Star Wars because Rian Johnson completely changed everything. So people are just not happy. Like, or they're either happy or they're not happy. It's like Brexit, but I'm not going to go into it.
Oh, God, no.
Look at Adam.
We're not talking about politics.
It was
Just making a joke.
nice to be away from reality for like a week.
Yeah, but Dan, you know the problem with
in the world anymore.
The problem with the prequels wasn't so obviously a lot of dialogue, which we went into, but it was just how they did the movies. Everything was CGI. Nothing was practical sets. Nothing was real sets. They used everything CGI. Half of the movie was not even real.
Yep.
It just what and put on top of that the fact that the dialogue and the editing it was just horrible.
Wait. Kate Atwood brings up an amazing point. Another great trilogy which you guys need to watch is John Wick. Oh my God, this trilogy is amazing. It's so fun.
You see the third one?
I saw the third one.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, like you just watch it back to back to back.
Mhm.
They're not the best movies ever made, but they are just so much fun. And trust me, Keanu Reeves is like one of the most underrated actors in Hollywood right now. My personal.
Dude, kaboom! Are you kidding me?
Dude, I love it.
Neo, John Wick, the guy from
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted.
That's the best thing he's got coming out is he's doing another Bill and Ted's Excellent
Yeah.
Adventure.
He was in Point Break as Johnny Utah. Like this guy is like a genius, man. It's awesome. Like, look, guys, if you want a great fun trilogy, go watch John Wick because they're so much fun.
Guys, we can go burn some steaks, so I'm gonna really go for now. So
all right, pal. Yeah, good to see you, man.
So much.
On the channel, RobFuz. Next week, Shark Week. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
Go check out RobFuz.
Thanks, Walt, for
Take care, Rob.
featuring me, and thank you, Dan, and thank you, Steve and Adam, for your support. Of
No
course.
problem, my friend. No problem at all. So Toy Story 4. I'm looking forward to it. Next movie to come out. Underoos is back. Spider-Man: Far From Home. Oh, dude, look, I'm just. This is honestly going into the summer. I'm not even gonna lie. This is the most anticipated movie of the summer for me. Now that I've seen Endgame, I'm not bothered about Toy Story 4, Lion King, Aladdin. This movie is the end of Phase 3, right? This is the longest phase in Marvel. This, although everybody says like Endgame is the final movie in this phase, it's not, because this is the aftermath of what happens at the end of Endgame, and there are people who are in the chat, Corey, Shep, who haven't seen the movie.
Are you serious?
I know. Walt, you missed it. I went full on Dan rant. This is the end of Phase 4, and this is where we see Spidey react to what happened in Endgame. We get Jake Gyllenhaal, who is one of my favorite actors, as Mysterio, who is a great villain who's never been on the big screen before, which I'm super excited about. You got they're called the Elementals, who are going to be the villains. Nick Fury is back. Happy Hogan, I feel like, is going to be a father figure now to Spidey, to Peter Parker. I'm really excited for this movie. The trailers have been great. Typical Marvel trailer. It looks awesome. I'm super, super excited for Spider-Man: Far From Home. Adam, what do you think, pal?
I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I don't think it's going to hold a candle to Endgame.
No,
but I am looking forward to it.
You say that
because obviously it follows on from Endgame. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm just going to pick you up on that. You said that it's not going to, be anything compared to Endgame, but you know what? I really genuinely feel that Endgame has made this is Far From Home is going to benefit a lot from Endgame, because everybody came out of that movie being really all like emotional. And look, the first Spider-Man Homecoming movie did not make a lot of money, but I think this movie, I'm going to be honest, it's going to make a lot of money, because I feel like Spider-Man has become a fan favorite in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. Controversial, but I think he's the best Spider-Man ever on the big screen. Followed by Sam Raimi's Tobey Maguire. People love the character. Everyone loves Tom Holland as the actor. Yeah. And I think the first movie was good, but over time in Infinity War, in Endgame, they've managed to build his character even more and have that close connection with Tony. This film is going to be very successful. No doubt if it's terrible or not. People are going to see this movie.
What do you consider to be, what's your number for making a lot of money?
I'm going to put it out there. It's going to make $1 billion.
Worldwide.
Yeah, I kind of look at it as Endgame 2, basically, because that's what it is. It's the aftermath. It's picking up the story, and I think Spider-Man has become one of the most popular characters in the Marvel universe because of Tom Holland. I think he's revolutionized the character of Spider-Man, and by far agree with you, Dan. He is the best Spider-Man that's ever hit the screen, and he's spot on, and because of everything that's happened all the way up to where we are now, yes, this is definitely going to be a big movie, and I don't think it's going to bomb. I think it's going to be a fantastic movie, and deservedly so. I think it's going to bring in the money that it deserves.
Look, you got Jon Favreau in the movie, who definitely will have creative backing in that movie.
That guy's a genius.
He knows Marvel better than anybody, apart from Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers. It's going to be a good movie.
I don't know, Jon Favreau. He directed Iron Man 2, and that wasn't very good.
You know, people give a lot of slack to Iron Man 2, right? It's not a good movie. It's not a good movie, but it's not Batman and Robin bad. It's not Superman for the Quest for Peace bad.
Well, you're really going out on a limb there, Dan. No, but it's also in the MCU universe. It's near the bottom of the list.
It's third bottom for me.
Yeah, so I mean, out of 20 movies to be third from the bottom, that's not very good.
Yeah, but it does beat the Incredible Hulk and Thor: The Dark World. So, and you know the reason. Look.
No,
Iron Man 2. The only good thing about Iron Man 2 is Robert Downey Jr.'s performance.
Yeah, he's good,
and that's it.
So here. Far From Home, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I think that ultimately what I like most about this movie isn't even Spider-Man. I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. I like him, but he's not my favorite. Everybody knows who my favorite is. But what I'm interested in about this is how it's going to start Phase 4 is we're going to start getting into the multiverse, the alternate universes. And that's where Phase 4 is going. It's going to be what ultimately starts that journey in Phase 4, talking about alternate universes. That's what because he even says, yeah, he's from Earth, just not our Earth.
Yep. So, you know, and actually, I think, Walt, you've seen this show. I don't know if Steve or Adam have seen this show, but The Flash and Arrow, the DC Universe TV shows.
I'm not 100% caught up, but they are incredible.
They're they're better than the DC movies, if I'm honest. But if you, what season are you up to with The Flash, Steve?
I don't remember, but you can talk about it. It's okay.
So what the Flash TV show did very, very well is introduce multiverses, and Supergirl is in a multiverse and everything like that. And they do it very, very well. And I hope that Marvel looks in there and be like, hey, they did it really well. We're going to do it better because they did it so well. Flash, Supergirl, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, great shows. And this is where we'll see, you know, maybe we'll get characters come back. Maybe we'll see Cap again. Maybe we'll see Iron Man again, but a different version of themselves. Who knows? We have no idea. Maybe we'll get Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Maybe we'll get so many different characters. I'm really excited for this. We are building with Spider-Man Far From Home. We are building a Sinister Six big mini Avengers movie because you got Scorpion and Vulture in prison. You got Mysterio, who's definitely a villain in the comics. We don't know if he is in, you know, this, you know, movie. We don't know. But I'm very excited to see this movie. It's going to be really, really great. So
this is it. This is it for DC. I mean, this is it for Marvel for this year. After Far From Home, that's it until next year. And I guess the big question is who leads the charge moving forward? Because it was basically Tony and Cap for the last 10 years.
I think it's going to be Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah. It'll be Captain Marvel.
So Dougie says Mysterio is 100% lying about the multiverse.
Might be.
Who knows? Who knows? So yeah, you know, Captain Marvel is definitely will probably be the leader. We'll have let's look at the Avenger team up right now. I'm going to write them down. So you have Marvel.
Be careful before you don't spoil for those who don't know.
Yeah,
that is true. But I don't think Corey is here or Shep is here. So
I think Dee hasn't seen it either, and neither is Mike Wheeler.
Yeah,
okay.
People still haven't seen it.
Have the statute of limitations run out on that game?
Wait, Walt, you weren't here. I'm seeing it again tomorrow. So okay, so let's not build the team. Let's keep people speculating. Last movie of the summer is a movie that was released the same year I was born, 1994. A little movie which arguably is the best Disney movie of all time, and that is The Lion King.
Yep.
It's the best Disney animated movie of all time.
Yeah, the best Disney animated movie of all time. Look, people will argue this till they're in the face. I know Dougie will be like, no, it's The Little Mermaid, hands down. He'll definitely say that. But let's be honest, Lion King for sure is in top 3.
Best Disney soundtrack for me as well.
Best Disney soundtrack, award-winning, Broadway musical. Look, this movie I am terrified for.
What?
I am terrified.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I love this movie so much. And look, there are some amazing actors in there as well as Beyonce, which I don't get. You got Seth Rogen in there, who I think is amazing. I just love Seth Rogen. Did appreciate that impression, Dougie. Sorry, I didn't do it in a Scottish accent. I really apologize. You know, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, the Disney live action movies have been either really good or average. Like, I don't know. I'm really nervous about this. I don't. What do you guys think?
Well, everybody was really nervous about Aladdin too, and it knocked it out of the park. I think this is the one I'm most excited to see of all of them. I think it's going to follow the storyline very closely towards the animated version, and that I really am interested in seeing that. Again, Jon Favreau does it. He did the Jungle Book live action, which I thought was really good as well. I just don't see how this could be bad. I don't see any way this could be bad. Yeah. I just don't. And yes, we do have high expectations for it, but I think it'll knock it out of the park.
I think the Jungle Book was the best live action movie they've done, in my opinion. I think it was amazing. You know what? I'm going to say right now, the live action Jungle Book was better than the original.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah, I think Jungle Book was fantastic, and yeah, again, it was quite different in many ways. But I think looking at the trailer for this feature film, this live action, the way the trailer is identical to the opening scene of the animated gets me so excited for this film. You know, the amount of work they must have gone to recreate that into a live action. Yes, I know there's going to be a lot of CGI involved, but yeah, I can't wait. Personally, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that more than I'm looking forward to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So,
Dougie says, "I'm on the Lion King is overrated, and Disney stole it from Japan Camp. They stole it from what was it, Hamlet or Macbeth?
It was Hamlet.
Hamlet, like Disney Disney has stolen every one of their fairy tales from books and stuff. Like, it's nothing like normal, you know. It's
nothing new. Yeah, it's
you know, it's how they produced it, and I think how they made Lion King. Look, Lion King is one of the most revolutionary animated films ever made, in my opinion. It's amazing. It's a masterpiece.
So I'll tell you this: what I didn't see Aladdin.
Okay.
Everybody knows how I feel about the live actions. I think they're unnecessary.
Yeah.
They've been there. We've been there. We've done that. I don't need to see it again. I haven't seen Aladdin. I will probably wait until it comes out on DVD to see it. Same thing with Lion King. And I agree with you. I'm thoroughly scared that that it may not be anywhere near as good as the original. And I can't just jump on with Disney movies because I love Disney. You got to bring it. With me, you got to bring it. And to me, it's like I've already been there. I've seen it. So, and I hate to be the Debbie Downer with that, but I hope it's fantastic. And Aladdin, I knew Steve was saying Aladdin. So far it's only made 270, which I'm surprised because it cost 200 to make it.
I thought it's made more than that.
I thought it's made more than that too.
Worldwide, yes. Domestically, 270.
Domestically, it didn't do as well as they thought.
No,
but worldwide, they've done very well. That's
it's like over 400 and something totally worldwide, which isn't bad. But that 200 to make it, that's before advertising.
Yeah.
So it hit it topped 207 million back in May. So I don't know what it is now.
Well, I'm looking at it as of well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how.
This is dated May 26th, so it hit 207 million back in May.
It's 270 right now. 270.
Oh, 270. I thought you said 270.
Worldwide, I'm looking on a Box Office Mojo. Aladdin worldwide is now at 733 million.
Yeah,
it's somewhere elsewhere.
Yes, really done well overseas. Really, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was 270 domestic, 462, almost 463.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is people were so down on it that now they're hearing that it's a really good movie. They're starting to go see it. Like Dan said, it's still the third. Wouldn't say it was third.
It's still the third. Highest growth, or now fourth something grossing movie of the week or something like that.
Oh, it's the third highest for the year.
Yeah.
I think all that pre-talk was scaring people away from seeing it. Now they're hearing how good it is that they're all starting to go see it, and that's the reason why weeks after it came out, it's still the third highest movie of the week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with that movie. The movie is a little slow to start with, but as soon as Will Smith comes on screen, it's great. It really does. He really brings it, and he livens the film up. And I genuinely feel like it was a really good movie. And people, I think people will realize, like, hey, actually, it's maybe worth actually going back and watching this movie because it was really great. I did enjoy it. Also, so that was the summer movie season, and tomorrow, over on RobFuz's channel, we're going to be doing Pub Talk. Me, Adam, and Rob, where we're going to be talking about our favorite summer blockbuster movies of all time. Not just this year, but of all time. It's going to be awesome. Traveling Spanky, welcome into stream. Great channel. Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. And Gelly's Journey as well. Welcome in. Sawyer in the middle as well. Also just joined us as well.
Dan, you got to make sure Independence Day makes that list somewhere.
Independence Day is certainly... You know what?
That was a big box office, big summer blockbuster that year. I remember that.
I'm not revealing my list, but
the genie's in that movie too.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, we should have like our top 10 Will Smith movies.
That's funny because the Grandmaster is actually in that movie too.
Yeah, Grandmaster's in that movie. Best Jeff Goldblum movies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Jurassic Park #1, I think, obviously.
The Fly.
Oh, dude, I cannot watch that movie.
Me either. I can't watch it. It's terrible.
Gross.
It's just so
so graphic. So graphic.
I can't watch it. Same with what's that movie? The Thing.
Oh my god.
The Thing.
The one with Kurt Russell. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, the remake and the old one as well. The John Carpenter. Is it John Carpenter?
Well, John Carpenter's original with Kurt Russell is actually pretty good, but it's graphic.
Oh, dude, I can't watch that movie. It's too weird, and it's not scary. It's just very like
gross.
Yeah, really gross. We're getting really off topic again.
Yeah, we are.
Very, very quickly, just a couple of plugs. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my partner channel, Meg from Mickey's Magic, will be going live to talk about the annual pass holder kerfuffle thing, which I'm sure everybody would like to get their opinions in. And also tonight at 9:30, This and That, over on Steve's channel, where they'll have Dave from Brandy and Dave, Shep, so Ryan from the Shep family, as well as Patrick from Zippity Doodad, will be live at 9:30 talking about Toy Story. And then tomorrow, Walt, you're on tomorrow.
I am?
Thursday.
I'm just kidding. I am. Oh, I don't know what we're talking about yet.
Well, tomorrow at 7:30?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. We're trying to accommodate other people.
Mouse Madness.
No, tomorrow's Disney Talk Thursdays. Melissa and I, we're going to start talking about our fast passes because you guys can book them before me, but
tomorrow
we can. Well, we're talking about it right now, Dan. No,
Saturday.
Wait. I'll check this out. Wait 1 sec.
We're gonna start talking about our fast passes.
Boom.
Waiting for Fast Pass Day. Did you make that yourself?
That's on my new Spreadshirt store, baby. Look at that.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
You guys want that? Check out my Spreadshirt. And also, if you want another design, I'd just like to show some designs. This is my favorite design I've done, is this one. Is it gonna come on?
Oh, nice.
Hooked on the what?
Magic.
Hooked on the magic.
Oh, I tell you, that's awesome.
There we go. Am I back now? Is it?
Yep.
Can you see me?
No, we can't see you.
You can't see me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Take your glasses off and put them back on, then you'll be able to see me. There we go.
Oh, there you are.
And then also tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my buddy Corey from Corey Meets World will be live from Epcot, apparently having 2 Beverly shots. Right, we are going to just have some quick fire questions and stuff. We'll go on for just a tiny bit longer because I know you guys have been here for a long time. Thank you for everybody for joining. We got over 50 likes on this stream. Thank you so much.
60, almost 60 likes.
Nearly at 60. We are 3 away from 60 likes.
I've never had 50 likes in my whole life.
If you haven't hit that like button, please go and hit that like button. We are nearly at 60 likes. We are almost at, actually, let's check my subscriber count. We are at 1341. We are on our way to 1400 subs. And remember, if I get to 1500 subscribers, I will get up and dance and sing Let It Go at Frozen Sing Along at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And if I get to 1800, I will go to the Pirates League and paint my face like a pirate.
60,
By the way, you're there now. It's 61.
61 likes.
61 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. So we talked about fast passes today. We talked about our summer blockbuster movies. I would like to talk about the last thing, which kind of is preparing yourself for Disney. Okay, so we are a couple of months away. We are. I know, Adam, you're not going to be here, but you know you're preparing to go later this year.
Originally, I was going to be going later this year. It's I've had to delay that trip because of just other things I've got going on, trying to purchase and stuff.
But you are still in the books that you'll be going at some point in the near future.
Stay tuned to Adam's Land for that.
Stay tuned to Adam's Land. Go subscribe to Adam's Land and Ebony's little channel. His daughter's channel as well. I want to talk about preparing yourself for Disney, okay? And also, I'm glad, Adam, you're here because we can get a UK kind of feel to it, okay? Yeah. And especially as you guys from the States. So when you book a Disney vacation, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Like, so you're like, right, I'm going to Disney. First thing I need to do is this. I'm going to start off with Steve.
You mean outside after you book it and you've done the planning?
Like I said to my family, my friends, right? I've made the decision. I'm going to Disney World. What's your next step? What do you do?
So the first thing I do is either see who wants to go with me, whether it be family or friends, and then we just pick a date. I like to go on non-peak seasons. And I once I say I'm going to Disney, I book it. And then if I need to move it, I can move it. But I go right straight to the computer and I book something.
So you just book something. You're not really worried about other things that fit in. You just right. I want to book this at this date. And
yeah, I know roughly. Yeah, I know roughly when I want to go. I go on. I book it because you can always move the dates around if something else comes up. So I know roughly when I want to go. Sometimes if I go with my family, it has to go around, the kids' spring break and fall break things. So, I mean, it has to happen during those weeks because if you can't take them out of school. So if we're going with family, we know exactly when we're going. If not, I try to book it around August, September sometime and with at least 180 days out. So.
Yeah. And I think that I can't stress this even more. 180 days before is really, really important. Even 90 days before, I think, is really, really important.
Well, 180 days or 6 months, whichever one comes first.
Absolutely. Now, Walt, this is a big shout out for your channel. If you guys haven't checked out Mouse Talk, you do a breakdown of each month of the pros and cons of when to go to Disney, right? But when is your perfect time to go to Disney?
Well,
work wasn't an issue. If like you could choose whenever you wanted, when would you go?
I'm going during Christmas time.
Nice.
End of December. I mean, not end of December. I'll never go end of December. But end of November, early December. That's when I would want to go. the Christmas party's going on, the lights and decorations are all up. It's the holiday season, and yet it's still not incredibly overcrowded down there. That's if I'm going, if I could go anytime I want to go, that's when I'm going. Period.
Great time because you get the Christmas party, but it's not, you don't have the Christmas crowds.
Right, exactly.
So you still get that holiday feel, and you get the the Christmas party, but you know you can still get on attractions. You won't be like.
Well, and not only that, it's not just Magic Kingdom. Over at Epcot, you have Festival of the Holidays. They have stuff over at Hollywood Studios for the holidays as well. Animal Kingdom's starting to get there a little bit, and it's just all over.
I wonder what Galaxy's Edge would look like in Christmas.
They won't. I don't think they're going to do it because they don't celebrate Christmas.
They might celebrate Happy Jabba Day.
Yeah. They might come up with some kind of festival down in the rebel camp.
Happy Jabba Day.
Yeah, instead of go ho ho ho, but like ho 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 ho.
Jabba the Hutt comes down your chimney and
climbs down your chimney, and then you've got his friend going
Salacious Crumb, Salacious
Crumb, just like. If you've been a good Jedi or a Sith this year, if you've been a Sith this year, you got Salacious Crumb just laughing at you.
And not only that, Disney Springs also has the tree trail as well down there. Pretty nice.
The Lucky Minute points out they did have a Star Wars Christmas, by the way. So.
Oh no, not that! Oh my god, that movie.
Steve liked that.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
remember that song that Bon Jovi had a hand in, "Merry Christmas, R2," or like down the end.
Ask Rob for that.
Yeah.
Now, Adam, as a fellow Brit, it's kind of difficult to go to Disney because let's not beat around the bush. The prices in terms of flights.
Oh god, the flights, finding accommodation that
you really need to go off peak season to get a good flight because flights can range from £600 to nearly £1,000.
Yeah, I mean you can get them cheaper than that as well if you find the right.
If you go off season, of course.
Yeah. Now you were just asking Walt about when or talking about he's done his pros and cons about when is a good time to go for each month. For me, I mean I've been. The several different times I've been in April a couple of times, I've been in October a couple of times, I've been August, September, July. I actually quite like going right at the end of August, going into September. From a UK point of view, it's just coming up to the end of the summer holidays for our kids, but the American kids have all gone back to school already. So your lines are right down straight away.
Which is why I'm going.
Yeah. So as a UK family, if you're going to go, I find that's the best time because I don't find it too expensive around that time. But a lot of the theme parks, you've not got ridiculous queues for the rides. You've got quite tolerable, easily manageable standard lines without having to worry about fast passes and things like that. Obviously, yes, fast pass stuff at Disney still. If you're going to go to Universal while you're there as well, it's not worth paying out. I've found the couple of times I've been around that time, it's not worth paying out for the ridiculously overpriced fast pass express or whatever they call it at Universal, because you'd be very disappointed paying for that and then realizing that actually the queues aren't that big for those rides anyway. There,
I think you're right because I feel like, especially coming from the UK, I think what the airline companies have done really well is giving you great value of booking a vacation to Florida.
Yeah.
So like a company like Virgin Atlantic, where you can go on a Virgin holiday, they can do it really, really well for you.
Yeah, they can. I went with Virgin last time and they were great.
But I think Virgin Atlantic are the best airline to fly to the United States. I think they're very, very good. Alan Roberts, welcome into the stream, buddy. Great to see you. And for people coming from the UK, don't get me wrong, staying at a Walt Disney World resort is, I think, everybody's dream, right? But a lot of the UK population that come to Disney stay in villas or condos or small
Villas.
houses.
Yeah,
because it's a lot cheaper. But I've tried to convince a lot of people because although the villa might be cheaper than staying at a resort, you don't get all of the perks that come with a Disney vacation. One, parking costs like $20 a day.
I think
that is $25 a day. That is a lot of money, right? You got to pay for gas or petrol, because petrol is a liquid and not a gas. I'm not getting into it. You have to pay for groceries because you're living in a villa and it'll be empty. All of these things add up, right? Charlie, welcome back in the stream, buddy. Great to see you. So that's why I say, why don't you just spend a tad bit extra where you can go and get the Disney Magical Express from the airport to the hotel, so you don't have to rent a car or get a cab or get an Uber. You can go to the resorts, and then you have everything there. You have free transportation. You get, obviously, there's no parking, so you don't have to pay for parking. So there's so much benefit to come from staying at a Disney resort.
It's a tricky one because it depends on how many of you are going.
Exactly. For me, it's a no-brainer because I'm on my own or with one other person.
Yeah. So if it was just me and Ebony and nobody else, then it might be, because obviously Ebony's not, she's like 10 years old yet, so she doesn't earn money. Everything is going to be paid for by me. Yep. So when it comes to, obviously, she's not going to be putting in for fuel for the hire car. She's not going to be paying in for car parking. She's not going to be paying in for food and stuff like that. So then maybe looking at it, a Disney on property resort where you get the Disney dining plan or something like that might work out financially better.
Absolutely.
However, if I then cast my mind back to when I went in 2014, and there was me and Ebony, there was my mum and dad, there was my both my sisters, both my brother-in-laws, and my niece and nephew. So there was 10 of us. Getting villas and sharing cars and stuff actually worked out probably cheaper.
Yep.
So because we all shoved in for the shopping budget, we all shoved in for the fuel, we all shoved in for the parking, and it probably worked out cheaper than if we'd all gone to stay on Disney property. That would have been astronomical. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So if you're going to come from the UK, it depends on what your traveling party is. If there's a load of you, just go for a villa. It'll be cheaper. If there's only a couple of you, maybe staying on property will be cheaper. So.
Now, I want to bring in my two fellow Americans. Now, for me, talking about talking about accommodation, I feel like most Americans who go to Disney, who I know of, I'm not saying every American does this, but I feel like most Americans stay on property. They don't tend to stay at like motels or
well, you know of at least one other that doesn't stay on property, and he's going live tonight at 8:00.
Meg stayed on property for the first time her last trip, she said.
So
that is true.
Stay off property.
But we convinced her.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I wouldn't. I've lived down there. I've stayed in a hotel before. Yep. I will never not stay at a resort again on Disney property. It's just it's not only like if you're worried about the transportation being slow and the buses. I've heard people complain about that. You can still drive. You can still drive your own car wherever you want to go. You got to pay for parking, huh?
Yeah, but not if you flew.
You can rent a car. I mean, you could still have them there. It's just the experience you get, the theming. You're going to get a lot more excited. Just being able to go out. Half the fun for me is using all the Disney transportation and seeing the different things. The new Skyliners going in if you're at a hotel a resort that's going to be using that. There's just a lot of different options you can use, and I think that's part of the experience. And then being able to just walk through the lobbies and walk through the hallways, hearing Disney music. You got the schools. It's just there's no experience like it for me.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Amanda makes a good point. She says most people stay off property, but Disney fans stay on property.
True.
That's exactly what I was going to say was I think those that stay on property know Disney and understand the perks, understand the advantages, understand the Disney bubble, as we call it. And you're right, Steve. You have all the theming, you have this, you have that. Those that stay off property, they don't know any better.
I don't know.
They've never done it, so they're like, well, it's cheaper. I'll just stay off property. It's not any different, really, and I'm saving money. Whereas So
those are the people who don't really know anything about fast passes. They don't really know, about dining. They don't read, because Disney has become it's become a place where you need to plan before your vacation. You can't just book a vacation and just go. You actually need to plan it, which is unlike anything in the world. And what is Disney has become which astounds me, is Disney is creating a place where cars are becoming irrelevant, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have your buses, right? You'll have the skyline, which will improve things massively. You have the boats. You have the monorail. You have so many different things that you have the minivans. And I feel like Disney will become a place where you'll rely less on your own car and you'll rely on Disney transport that will take you anywhere you need to go. They're adding more and more things. Buses are always being made. They're upgrading the monorails. There are the rumors that the monorails will be done by 2021 or something.
I love the boats. That's my favorite way to travel.
boats, hands down. Hands down, the boats are the way to go.
I do. I love traveling. When we stay at Wilderness Lodge, which is where we're staying this trip, whenever we go to Magic Kingdom, I tell them we are not taking anything but the boat.
And actually, it's unless you stay at a place where you need to take a bus, like the All Stars, everywhere else, you probably don't really need to take anything else. Like the moderates and the values, again, the Skyliner, right?
Animal Kingdom, you'd have to take the buses.
Animal Kingdom Lodge, I guess, yeah. Because that's over in New Mexico, how far that is away from hey, Juan Rodriguez, great to see you, pal. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well, my friend. You have the monorail loop, obviously. You can walk from Epcot to Hollywood Studios, so you got the whole you have the whole hotels there, right? So there is going to be a bus system, but the Skyline is going to help massively.
Absolutely, I agree.
For Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So I think Disney are playing it very smart, and I think you're right. I think people just don't forget that you need to plan before you go to Disney. So, because you have your 180-day for your dining. That's the most important thing whenever you book a Disney vacation. Ask me if you need any tips and tricks. I should have my own Disney food thing. Well, I have Disney Food Friday. I need I need a website. Be like Disney Food by DizneyDan or something. I don't know. And then you got your 60 days, which is tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow, because that's in 20 minutes time, and then I can book my fast passes. And that's pretty much it. If you stay on property, but you have to book a rental car. You have to book. You get your Walmart grocery shopping or wherever you want to buy. Best Buy. I don't know what it is. I don't think you get food at Best Buy, but whatever. But not yet. But there are definitely pros and cons of staying off and on property.
Yeah.
Last thing that I want to ask you guys before we finish off this amazing 3-hour stream, which I want to say thank you to every single person who's been here from the start, who've joined us along the way. Thank you all the people who've joined us. I want you to just maybe list a couple of things that may not be ride related, that may not be food related, whatever. What things must you do on your Disney vacation? What is something that you have to do, whether it's taking a picture, going to a particular restaurant, going to a particular ride? What are the most important things that you have to do, any traditions, anything like that? I'm leaving it very broad. Anything you want. You can have 3, 4, I don't mind. That's the question before we get off here. So who would like to jump in that first?
Well, I know mine. I mean, first and foremost, I got to ride the People Mover.
Yep.
I have to ride Haunted Mansion.
Yep.
I have to take a picture in front of the castle with my family. I have to ride Space Mountain with my 2 sons. We always love taking the picture. We always do funny faces just before, on the Space Mountain ride.
You have to ride front row with Melissa on Splash Mountain.
Oh my God!
I am not missing that 1 minute.
No, I agree. Yep. That and just there's so many different things that you have to do that they're just fantastic. Food wise, to me, I have to eat at one of the character dinings. We always like to do a character dining. And then lastly, the kiss goodnight. I have to do the kiss goodnight at least once every single trip. There's tons more that we do, but those are the ones that kind of pop in my head more than anything else.
Absolutely. Those are some absolutely amazing picks. So many. I think a lot of people will have similar ones, but I'm looking forward to trying.
Oh, one more. It's going to sound corny, but we always, when we walk into Magic Kingdom for the first time, Melissa and I always look up and we say, "Thank you, God."
I love that though.
Letting us get here again, because you just never know. I know people never get to go, and I'm like, thank you for allowing us again to come to this place.
A very, very big welcome to Rachel from Disney Life of Ours. Great, phenomenal channel, guys. Go check them out. And I think, don't get me wrong, Rachel, did we challenge ourselves to like a macaroon challenge over at Epcot or something? I don't know. We said we would eat like macaroons or something. I don't know. Great to see you, Rachel. And if you haven't checked out Rachel's channel, Rachel and June, great channel, Diz Life of Ours. Awesome pick, Steve. And not Steve, Walt. I'm coming to Steve in just a second. And I love that last one. Honestly, as corny as it is, it is kind of like, yeah, thank God that we made it back to another year and we can enjoy our vacation and like feeling blessed that you are here. No, I don't think it's corny at all. I think it's quite quite special actually. Steve, now it's your turn.
Well, so some things I'm always going to be pin trading. That's one of the things I'm always going to have to do. I'm always going to get my free cards from the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
Good one. Good one.
You go there and you get free cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just something to do. I'm always looking for hidden Mickeys. I'm always going to do that at least one day during, each day I'm going to be doing something like one of those. And usually they're while I'm waiting in line. But those are some of the main things. One of the other things we have always done is, even before I knew what YouTube was and what we were doing, I always have done a room tour of the room I'm staying in.
Yep.
So I always can look back on every one of my trips and know where I stayed, what the room looked like, and I always make sure I knew what the room number was too. So I always had that finished so I can do that. And outside of that, I mean, I don't have must do's. The only thing I really try to do is plan the next one, like an idea of when we're going to be there again, because like Walt said, you never know when you're going to be able to, when you're not going to be able to. It's phenomenal to just be able to experience it. And, that's kind of where we're at. I like doing those other things.
Yeah.
I've been on pretty much everything that they have now. I still want to keep getting on them. Don't get me wrong. But I like the other things that you don't get to do a lot. And just taking like the monorail, if you just get the monorail, just ride it. Those kind of rides are pretty nice. Just a little relaxing, sit back and let it go by.
Let it. You see what? Let it go. Let it go. No, I love that, and I those again. I think those very broad, but also kind of like I love the little like nitpick ones. I love the fact you take a picture of the number of which room you stay. I love that idea. I think it's great. I'm gutted that I'd never thought of that before because I think that's quite.
We do that. We save we try to keep track. I think Melissa writes them down, the room numbers. Yep.
I'll be like, I'll go back to the resort and I'll go knock on that door. I was like, hey, I was here last year. Hello.
And
you're sleeping in my bed.
I guess one of them too, one of the things involving like the hidden Mickeys, I have them all printed out. I created them, put them on a spreadsheet, smashed them down to where I can carry them on laminated cards with me everywhere. And they're organized by park and everything.
I love that.
Well, I mark them off as I go, and every trip I go get new ones. So it's kind of like an elongated must do, so that I can fill that list in. And I take a picture of the area and then a picture of the hidden Mickey so that you can see where it came from and the hidden Mickey that's there. And then I put them in a book and collaborate them together. So
I've got a new, like, you should put this like underneath your Twitter handle. Hardcore hidden Mickey hunter. That's you right there.
That is definitely me.
That's you right there. I love that though. Adam, what about you, my friend?
While everyone else was giving their answers, I was really racking my brains there. But then, like, as I think about it, I guess I've always been a creature of sort of familiarity. Like I like
You're a creature.
I'm a creature of familiarity. Yeah, I don't like change so much. So yeah, I do have a few things that I like to do every time.
Why he likes Maelstrom so much.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, we kind of touched on this right at the top of the stream where we were talking about fast passes, and I said about certain rides I have to do when we go to Magic Kingdom. When I go into Magic Kingdom, I always like to go in on the monorail.
Yeah,
it goes around through the Contemporary Resort that way. I always like to head straight up Main Street USA and make a right straight into Tomorrowland first. I won't go any other way around the park. Like, it's always straight to Tomorrowland and straight onto either TTA or Space Mountain or Buzz, one of those ones straight away. I always eat at the Rose and Crown. I always like to, I was talking
Save the Queen.
With God Save the Queen. I was talking about that, to get the seat that I always like to get outside for Illuminations before, and I'll do that when they bring in their next nighttime show to replace Illuminations, which I'm really saddened by.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just little things like that, sort of, certain routes around the park that I follow almost the same way every time, or certain places to eat, just little familiar things that I, and it's not that I don't like trying other things. I'll always give something else a go, but I just like to pay certain places that gave me a lot of happiness when I was a child going to Disney and everything. Sort of those, I like to pay those another visit again. Cosmic Rays again, to go and see Sunny Eclipse and stuff.
Sunny Eclipse, baby. There you go.
Yeah, so just things like that. So yeah.
Rachel says my first stop is Starbucks. I mean, you got to have your coffee fix before you start a good day. So I'm not saying it's a bad pick, but I always have to have. And you know what? I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I feel like Starbucks always tastes better at Disney.
I was getting ready to say the opposite.
Really?
Because it costs which I don't drink coffee, so it'd be I drink a chai latte, but it costs, it's the exact same flavor and it costs so much more. So to me, it tastes worse. So
see, I find UK Starbucks is not that good compared to
that could be.
Hollywood Studios ruined one of my kind of things as well, because Great Movie Ride was always the first ride that I did at that park. Yeah, it was always the go-to first ride, and now obviously it's no longer there. So Leave Legacy, they've just moved that as well, haven't they? Epcot?
Yeah, they moved my face.
Yeah, so have you got one as well? Because I've got one from 2001.
See, they wouldn't put my face on Spaceship Earth, but I had to put my face on the Leave the Legacy tombstones.
Yeah, no, I've got my face on Leave a Legacy, which I went.
Yeah, shame. Awesome picks, Adam. My picks. You know what? Surprisingly, I've got no food on my list. Whoa. I know, shocker. I have 3 traditions. First is my first day. I'm always in Magic Kingdom. I guess this counts as one. My first and last day is always in Magic Kingdom, because I feel like there's no other place I would rather be for my first and my last day. Because people ask me what's my favorite park? It's always Magic Kingdom, because it's just something so different compared to everything else. So first and last day is always Magic Kingdom. Second last day is always Disney's Hollywood Studios, because I feel like Fantasmic is the perfect place to finish off your vacation, because that is Disney in a nutshell, a Disney show in a nutshell. And that it's the last big hurrah before, go do Magic Kingdom for your last day. So I always had to do Hollywood Studios my second last day.
Yeah.
And my third pick, surprisingly, it's a very simple one, but it's to do all the parks and not miss one. I feel like, but when I mean do all the parks, I mean explore everything. I'll go to every land at Magic Kingdom. I'll go to every pavilion at Epcot. I'd do everything at Hollywood Studios, and just have the time to do as much as I can at every park. Yes, I'm not going to be able to do everything, but I feel like especially as people from the UK who go for a longer period of time, it gives me the chance to actually spend time and do as much as I can.
You talking about Fantasmic then? Sorry, being your perfect way to end. Mine's similar, but mine was always Illuminations. I know it's not as as
not as Disney. It's not Disney.
colourful, vivid as
Yep.
as Phantasmic or any of the other shows. But I just always love the music and Illuminations. So obviously you got the Illuminations soundtrack, and then it ends with "We Go On," and then the leaving music, "Promise," at the end as well.
Oh, I'm gonna start
It's
crying.
it's the perfect way to kind of end that holiday. So that was always my kind of, Epcot was a good way to kind of see out your last night there. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Has Walt departed from
He
us?
disappeared.
He disappeared. We are going to, we're about to wrap up this 3-hour stream. Thank you again so much, everybody who joined us, whether you here from the start or you joined in, whether you joined us on the stream as well. Disney Fanatic, hi DizneyDan, I have been watching your show tonight for the first time and I'm liking every minute of it. Well, Disney Fanatic, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Please feel free to stick around on my channel, subscribe, and also check out all the people that have been on this channel as well, like Walt and Steve and Rob and Adam and Shep and Diz Life of Ours and Patrick was able to do that. Everybody who's been here, we're so glad to have you. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Thank you so much, guys. Finally, a little thing that I'm super excited about this week. I made a purchase for my Disney trip, and I finally got it. It is this bad boy. Oh yeah, we're upgrading now. This is probably really bad because the webcam is not great, but this is the Canon 200D or the SL2 in the US. I was originally using this very small Sony camera. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be at Disney with everybody there. I want to bring the best quality on this channel. So I was like, you know what? Thank you to everybody who gave the super chat to the PayPals. I really do appreciate you guys. Without your PayPals, I couldn't be any more grateful. And you guys, really, everything you donate goes towards this channel. So I want to say a big thank you for everybody who helped me get this wonderful piece of equipment. I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. It's going to be so exciting. But again, thank you for everybody for all your amazing support. It's been really just amazing. The amount of support I get and the amount this community gets us is just so humbling. So thank you so much. 3 hours. Firstly, I want to thank the two people right here who've been here from the start. Adam from Adam's Land and his daughter Ebony from Ebony's Little Channel. I'm surprised you're still here, dude. You must be out of it from download.
I am exhausted, man.
You need to go to bed, dude. Again,
I'm back in work tomorrow for the first time.
Well, guys, please go check out Adam from Adam's Land. Stay tuned. He's got some big Disney announcements coming up about his trip, and go subscribe to his daughter's channel as well, Ebony's Little Channel. So thank you, Adam, for joining us. And Steve, you're not done for tonight, are you, buddy?
No, sir. This is just a warm-up.
This is the warm-up tonight. This and that over on Steve's channel with Brandy and Dave. So David from Brandy and Dave, as well as Ryan from the Shep family, as well as Patrick from Zippity Doodad, talking about Toy Story, which is going to be really exciting at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Straight after this, actually not straight after this, in an hour's time, my other partner channel, Meg from Mickey's Magic, will be going live for Wednesdays in Wonderland, talking about annual pass holders and the increase in that. So you don't want to miss that. My other partner channels, RobFuz, who was in here earlier. Guys, go check out RobFuz's channel. He put his link in the description box down below in the chat. Shark Week next week, going to be amazing. Don't forget, next week, top Disney sharks right here on this channel. It's going to be an amazing stream. Can't wait. But guys, go check out RobFuz, a great partner channel of mine, as well as Walt from Mouse Talk, who was just in here earlier. He got snapped by Thanos, so I don't know where he's gone. But again, thank you to Walt from Mouse Talk. So many other great, amazing channels here, like Diz Life of Ours. Go check those guys out. Jill from Bell Southern, a great friend and a great channel. The Lucky Minute, Amanda, Charlie from Disney Nerd Herders is here. Kay Atwood, a phenomenal supporter of the channel. Really, really do appreciate everything you do for the channel. Alan Roberts, Gelly's Journey, D&G Explorers. I had 2 burps today, so thank you. Dougie from Walter Grams. We had Dana Jaworski in here before. Corey Meets World was here. Jack Twaddle was here. Jim from More Sunshine, please. Samantha Lowe, Juan Rodriguez, Barefoot Adventures. Everybody who was here, thank you again so much. D Hazel, again, thank you so much. What a stream! We are getting those hours. We are near monetization. We will get there. So, guys, anything else you want to plug?
I go live Mondays at 8 o'clock, and then I'm in the middle of a loop giveaway. That's a pretty cool thing. There's 13 channels involved. It ends Friday, so if you haven't checked that out, just go check out the video. One person will win prizes from all 13 channels. So make sure you see that. And
wait, don't forget R. Johns was here as well. Thank you, R. Johns, for stopping by. Dude, guys, let's get R. Johns to 1,000 subscribers. He said it, actually confirmed this on, I believe he confirmed this on my stream, that he will live stream once he gets to 1,000 subscribers. Go check out R. Johns. You will find the most amazing supporter of this community, just the MVP, the king. Like, he's just awesome. He's really an awesome friend, and I can't wait to see you, buddy. Adam, anything else you want to plug, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna do probably this coming up to this weekend. I'm not sure exactly when yet, but I'm gonna do a review of Download Festival and Metallica. So my week rocking, my rocking week that I've just had, which has absolutely beat me to a pulp.
I seriously don't know why you're still here, dude.
Yeah, but so yeah, stay tuned.
We're gonna play Call of Duty now after. No,
and then yeah, like I said earlier, stay tuned for some exciting news.
Exciting news. Well, guys, thank you so much, guys. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at DizneyDan. Guys, if you liked, hold on, I'm gonna bring it back. Hold on, where's this? If you like this brand new design of the Waiting for Fast Pass Day, which is tomorrow. If you like that design as well as all of my other designs over on Spreadshirt, you guys can go check that out. Everything from t-shirts to phone cases to everything. Guys, go check it out. It's just, yeah, just go check it out. And we do ship to the United States, so feel free to have a look if you want to. Yeah, Fast Pass Day tomorrow. I may do a live stream or I may do a video on it. I hope you guys really enjoy the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. Guys, go check out Mickey's Magic in an hour, my partner channel, and live your life with a smile each and every day. And I'll see you guys all real soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great evening.